All right, welcome everyone to episode 108 of Tattoo Collecting 101, right here on Guy Atchison's Reinventing the Tattoo. We beam out nearly every day, so check out the full schedule of events we got going on right here on the YouTube page or on reinventingthetattoo.com. If you haven't joined us before, Reinventing the Tattoo is a community for tattooers, apprentices, and collectors of the tattoo world. We aim to educate and inspire one another to create better artwork, tattoos, and to leave the community a better place than how we found it. So be sure to share this out with anyone you might think is interested and subscribe for more content that we have. Real quick, just want to say thank you to the sponsors that are able to help make this free for everyone. So thank you to World Tattoo Events, which has the largest, most comprehensive list of tattoo conventions going on in the world. Thank you to Dealize Pro, known as Dermalize Worldwide, which was designed by wound care specialists specifically for healing tattoos. So be sure to check them out. As well as Tattoo Now, technology for tattooers. They're the leading edge professional development and management tools for tattooers of all levels. We also just want to say thank you to the affiliates of Fireside Tattoo Network, as well as Amy Nichols at the Apprenticeship Diaries. And lastly, if you want to be a part of Reinventing or sponsor us, be sure to reach out to management at Reinventing the Tattoo.
Huh? Oh, well, hey there.
Well, hello.
Welcome to another show. Today we have Maddie with us. And we have already been babbling like idiots for the last hour. So I feel like this is going to be a real fun ride for all of you. Kyle.
Yes.
I love your man bun on top.
Thank you.
I actually thought that earlier when I came in. I was like, that is a fantastic man.
Yeah.
So, sometimes it's on top, sometimes it's lazily in the back, you know?
I like the placement today. It's nice.
Well, Ben's not here yet, so got to fill up some spot.
I meant the placement of your bun.
Oh,
the hair. I'm still complimenting.
Sorry, yes.
The coif.
Thank you.
Can't believe how long your hair has gotten. It's all like luxurious and flowing now.
Sometimes it is. Other times it looks like a very frizzy mess, but you know, working with it.
So Maddie brought her support bong.
This whole time I've been trying to be discreet
with her.
Discreetly.
There is no discreet way.
People, I don't want to mislead.
So I was like, okay, how do I like quietly rip this bong?
Just go ahead and do it, I guess.
Now I feel like this.
If that's what you want to do. And then afterwards, you can tell people who you are, where to find you, what you're up to, what you do, or we can just like babble some more.
Tell the people why you're here.
Gotta be hip to the gram. Okay. So my name is Maddie Zwiebel, and my Instagram and everything else is Shabby Beatnik. Shabby_Beatnik on the gram if you're hip to the gram, and if not, please be hip to the gram. Here's what I have to do now. I got into this thinking like, cool, I'll be a good artist and not have to like worry about all the popularity stuff. And then I was like, oh, cool. I'll have to now
now worry about the popularity stuff.
I have to put my personality into my portfolio, which is awkward. Listen, I'm really good in person. I just feel like I'm awkward like in front of things. So then like my clients are like, oh, this is very nice. Like, how do we interact? Like, this is cool.
I post so minimally that I don't know how anybody gets any of my personality at all. But apparently, I don't know. Somehow it shines through.
It shows through the podcast.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I don't share anything except like just enough to let people know I'm alive on Instagram. But like here I am every week, like, alive and well.
Every convention I was at that I was like, oh man, that's a dope tattoo. Like, can you give me a list of some artists that you really like? They'll be like, oh yeah. Obviously, if you haven't got tattooed by Fawn, she's like great. It's like therapy, and she'll just like be very nice to you. And I was like,
makes me feel good.
Here, and then I was like, gotta get tattooed by Fawn. Just go get tattooed by Fawn.
Oh, well, that makes me feel good.
So I was like, guys, let's
guess who just walked in?
Man of the hour.
Ben Thomas. Kyle took your spot on the screen.
Fuck you, Ben. Why you late? Show up on time. Huh? What are you hanging out with your family? No.
Welcome, Ben, Maddie, Ben. You guys met yet?
I think so.
Now you have.
If so, it was in passing, and sorry if I don't remember.
Maddie recently did a guest spot here at Red Tree, so
you 2 more times.
Same.
Yeah.
3 more
No
times.
worries. Absolutely. Yeah. You'd be like, you're the one with the face tattoo. And I'll be like, heard. Yeah.
That's not even that much of a distinction anymore. It used to be like, oh yeah, face tattoo.
Like a
Now it's-
SoundCloud rapper. No one is confusing me for anyone at Walmart. You know what I mean? No one's like, I think I saw Maddie the other day. Like
That's
they
just
know.
another sound.
No.
Well, what are the odds of that, right?
I sing when I get anxious. If I put that shit on SoundCloud, it's like Linda Belcher level. I'll be like, it's fine. I'm gonna drive. You'll be okay. Everyone's like, what? I'm like, yeah, it's on SoundCloud. Don't worry about it.
You are definitely not the only person I know that does that. That's hilarious.
I love it. And I like that it's never like on a beat. Like it just is
Never.
bad on
Yeah.
intentionally garbage. That's what we need in the life.
As it should be.
Have you got this? Do you want it?
I didn't know it was going around.
Yeah.
Some arms. Hold on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Not least, just some arms, like little
Two.
T-Rexers.
This is like 1.5.
I just have to point out how nicely my Tim Hortons cup matches my shirt
Because
today.
you're wearing Ohio State gear.
Well, it's the only Ohio State thing I own, and I think it's older than I am.
Fair.
Ohio State or your shirt.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I'm not missing anything by not having my headphones on, am I?
It kind of sounds like when you
No,
like
not.
play Fortnite. Not that I play Fortnite,
Liar.
but when people okay, hear me out. Just for like
I'm
2
listening.
seconds. I'm not like avidly on there like shitting on 11-year-olds or anything.
Well, that's like the best part of it.
Bro, like just go build that bridge.
Dude, it's crazy. They'll
I'm gonna let
punch
you
themselves.
Start being a little nicer. Like, think about what you did, but not all the time. I try not to talk to them, though. They stress me out. Kids stress me out. I'm the grumpy lady in my street.
I'm gonna need to get like a button to signal that I'm ready to pass it.
I know
a little green light above you.
Yeah.
Or you can just like smoke your own shit. Not have to worry about like
Have you guys
I'm
had this
evil,
feeling?
Kyle.
It was offered. Okay, so
I'm very evil to Kyle. I love him to death, just so you know. It's all just love. But I'm very mean to Kyle.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's what every abuser sounds like when they're like, "Oh, it's fine." Like,
No. That's why I really need to say something. Because I abuse
no, he's the opposite of the abuser.
fuck out of him. The us.
He's the opposite of the abuser because behind closed doors, he's nice to me.
That's fair.
Yeah. Opposite dynamic.
Yeah.
You David? Like,
Are you doing okay?
do you need anything? On air, I'm like, fuck you, Kyle.
But to be fair, like, look at the backbone Kyle's grown.
I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
I really am.
It's nice.
Everybody needs a little shit talk in their day.
Yeah.
Builds character.
Yeah, he throws it right back at you. It's
Um,
I'm
fantastic.
I
trying.
brought a full cooler of beverages if anyone hits the thirst point.
Fantastic.
I realized I had overpacked about halfway here and was like,
what kind of beverages?
or some Red Bulls,
Heard,
some
heard.
Coca-Cola,
Nope.
liquid death, water. It's about it.
Fancy water.
I can see-
Impressive.
Ben doesn't play.
I
No.
judge you based on your water.
Gas station. It's probably bootleg smart water.
Yeah. My little sneaky link says he drinks Aquafina and then yells at me and tells me not to make fun of him. It's his dirty little secret. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna draw
that's-
like a really slutty Aquafina for him.
That is pretty dirty. We're just gonna throw it out there. Aquafina is the
said.
only water that has a flavor and an ingredient. Did you notice that?
Was it really?
Pull that shit up. There's ingredients on the side of an
I know.
Aquafina.
Listen, I hate it. I'm not here for it.
Why should there be ingredients on water?
It shouldn't.
The fuck shouldn't it just say water for?
Yeah. No.
Water. What's in there? Water.
Water.
Do you know where it came from?
Water and
Water.
what?
Sometimes they add minerals to water, though,
Yeah,
just to
Fuck
give it better
all the way
flavor.
off. Now it's not water anymore.
Well, if
Right.
it's been purified
It's
through
like a really-
distillation process, have you ever drank distilled water?
Yeah, it tastes
It's
like
gross.
balls.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah.
shitty crystal light. Like you're just putting
Sprinkled-
like kind of flavor in it. And
It's
I
like
don't
crystal
want
light with TV static.
it. Leave vitamins to be vitamins. You know what I mean?
See, if I wanted vitamin water, get something called
Vitamin.
Vitamin water.
I like hanging out with you. We're gonna get this guy. If there's more than one ingredient on there, I'm sketched out.
Me too.
That's not water anymore.
Thank you.
That's whatever the fuck you decided it was going to be. And then once you started adding ingredients, so okay, here's the catch. Once you add ingredients to anything, there's allowed to be a parts per million variant per ingredient, right? So that means not only does your water now not have to be as pure as you're saying that it is, because you're now adding an ingredient, you now have a variance with the F. What's the food, people?
FDA.
Thanks.
What's the
Yeah.
food people?
They will fuck you.
Hey, just to help prove your point, though, I looked it up. The second ingredient is ozone.
Why?
You know what ozone is? It's oxygen with an added molecule, right?
Listen, we're having like a nice little like smoke sesh, and he just looks at me and he's like, I'm like coughing, like I did not hold back my coughs.
No, let her rip.
Listen, I'm letting go.
Yeah.
I smoke.
They're not
too
supposed to be
casually.
in. They're
Listen, they're out
supposed-
here.
That's why they come out.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
It's a demon, man. So I let that shit out, and I'm like sitting there like hacking in the car, and he was like, "You want some water?" And I'm like, "Absolutely." It had like the driest mouth, and I reach for it, and I'm like, "What is this shit? That's disrespectful." Like, why would you hand somebody aquafina?
No. I mean,
Aquafina car water.
because
right.
okay, do you know what happens to ozone once it sets? That extra molecule releases because it's now, it's not attached to anything, it's been bonded to it.
Listen, I had to drink it, so I don't want to talk about it.
Created
anymore.
pressure,
I
didn't
had
it?
to drink it.
You
I was
open it, it's
sorry.
like,
I don't want to know what's in there anymore.
Why should water?
Uncarbonnated
Except for
water,
the fact that
especially.
you just brought some water.
That's not sparkling though.
Mhm.
It
I think
because
it
it's in a
is.
can. They make two different kinds. They make a
I
sparkling.
need to see it.
Don't they make
and
like
then they
four?
make a
Because she just got one
just-
today.
regular ass motherfucking water, and this is regular ass motherfucking water.
Well, like,
they do
pop
make
it
us-
open. I'm gonna want to sniff.
Sniff it
I'll
up.
put it right out.
It's just water in a can.
It's just water.
Like,
Listen, I've had these ones. I thought that the black one was one that was the normal one, and then this one was the.
I did too, and got me the first time.
Mhm.
Got in the car.
Is it
I'm
busy?
like, yeah, all right, I'll try these, and it shot out my nose.
Static.
Okay,
Uh,
what color is your can? Yes, no, babe. Is that one? Is that fizzy? Was that fizzy? Yeah, I didn't have to do this taste, but did it feel like normal water? Is it sparkling? How do you not like?
Fountain.
That's what I was asking.
Maybe not because it's
What I was like, hey, is it sparkling? I think it tasted like regular water. Like, no, did it feel like pop rocks? Did it pop rock water?
Enough said. Just killing it. No cares were given. Yeah, I was chugging this in a parking lot on a yoga mat eating sushi. For those of you that couldn't hear what she just said, that was amazing.
Yeah.
My day is now made. Thank you. Thank
We got some sushi and we were like, man, I don't want to eat it in the car because like I hate the smell of
Because you
fish.
already got to go sushi.
Blech. Yeah,
Right.
listen, fusion is delicious and I stand by it. And don't you come at them. I lived on it for a minute.
Okay, like I
It's-
get it.
okay, I don't eat actual meat, so I just like their tofu. So if you're against
Fair.
their fish food game, fuck them. You know what I
No,
mean?
more
Let's
of
get
just
rid of it. But like,
sushi's only good like it's cut and then it's bad type of thing.
it's fair. No, for sure. It was
You know what I
soppy.
mean? Like-
Yeah, it was
It's got to be fresh.
And you get to fish.
Soupy.
It was soupy.
Soupy
it's-
sushi.
Was an upturn.
Tiffany holds moisture.
Ugh.
If you let it set it.
Are making it so unappetizing.
I'm so sorry.
It is. It's tofu. It's like synthetic fake protein. I don't know what's the-
No,
we have a salt shotgun.
I don't know what that means.
The assault. It's a fly killer.
Yes, the assault weapon.
Yeah, it's an assault weapon.
Oh,
Assault
that's
weapon.
very cute.
Mhm.
You like pump it up.
That was a cute
High pressure.
Do you like that?
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay.
You have our attention.
It's sticky.
Are these sour?
A little bit. They're blue raspberry. These are 20.
Sour is still really weird with my tongues.
They're 25 mil.
Don't hand me one.
Hard candies.
Kyle says no.
I'm okay.
This is gonna make my tongues wet.
Save it
for
for
all these-
later.
I kind of feel bad that I just popped
Okay,
a piece of
thank
candy
you.
in my mouth. I
appreciate
literally
you.
had to go to the dentist today because as I was flossing, let me rewind.
It's shooting teeth.
For the past 2 years, I have been on the journey of like dental kind of makeover. I was in a bike wreck when I was 16 and kind of smashed my teeth. And I wore a partial for years. So right now I'm like, I just recently had the implant put in and we're in the like process of the bone healing. In the meantime, I have this bridge to like conceal the missing
Mhm.
tooth. So today, while I was flossing, I popped that bridge off.
Oh no.
So I called my dentist. This was like at noon.
Was it
Call my
painful?
dentist. They're like, we can see you at 2. I was like, perfect.
Lucky.
No, it didn't hurt at all.
Ooh.
Like, I mean, I've got a pretty high pain tolerance. It's incredibly sensitive.
I've
when
already smashed
everything's-
all these.
Yeah, I have already smashed it. So that happened. But yeah, they got me in. I was like in and out in 20 minutes. My dentist, shout out Schumacher and Bauer. You guys are great.
I called my dentist. They're like, so what are you doing in 6 weeks? And I was like, probably crying from the pain that I'm in still, if you're telling me this is going to take 6 effing weeks. And they were like, so I got a new dentist.
Well, it just so happens I was with Ben's baby mom when all of this was going down, or at the dentist office. She went with me, and
Support group. Whoop.
yeah,
Yes.
she was saying that Lily needed to go to the dentist, and
All them teeth gonna fall out anyway. She don't need to see no dentist.
but I was like, I don't know what insurance my dentist takes, but I love them. They're great. My whole family sees them. They're so good. I don't know. Like once somebody has your trust with something like that,
That's very fair.
I'm sticking with it.
Like as an adult, I wish I had a doctor.
You know,
You
how
know
I
what I
am
mean?
with my
Like-
tattoo artists. Like I
No.
seek them out and I patiently wait. And like I feel like even though it's dental and it's kind of different, it's kind of the same as far as like body modification goes. Like you're really trusting somebody with something really expensive, and it takes time to heal.
My
and
last dentist was like the ghetto street shop. We got in there and got it done. They did fix things, aka there was a tattoo made. If you want to make a comparison here. But yeah, I left feeling abused. That's for sure. Like I spent more money than I should have. And
yeah. Even when I was all mangled for my last procedure, where they actually like did the implant and they had to like sutures in the gum and things like that.
Oh.
Like, I was mangled, but still like once the anesthesia and stuff wore off, I thought I was going to be in a lot of pain, and it wasn't bad at all. I mean, it was irritating to have the stitches kind of tickling me because
There's
it
no
kept
pain like
kicking my
implant.
gag reflex, which was gross. But
I don't know why it is. I generally am fairly good, but as soon as somebody says gag reflex, instant. Like,
So I don't have like an actual one. They cut out my uvula when I took out my tonsils.
hold on
Amazing.
a second. You don't have a uvula? What kick flips the weed from going down your bronchial tubes?
I just take
She
it.
just swallows it.
Yeah.
So,
Just-
all right.
all right.
All right.
But anyway, that wasn't where I was
I
trying to
wish they would have took mine. Like
and it was always a situation. So I think they just probably got away and they were like, I'm dead.
Crazy.
But yeah, you can take a look later. It's pretty cool. Just a little nubbin. But yeah, so
Oh, dang. Where'd those come from?
my container.
Wow, this one looks like a different color.
Hey, fantastic. Would you be a gem and just thank you.
Boom.
You start to
Wow.
feel weird if you're not wearing them. Well, I came back a day early from backpacking, so these are my pre-rolls.
I do the same thing, but I keep them in the sunglass thing.
Ball. The sun.
And I-
That's nice. I also carry glasses though, and I feel like that might get weird.
I don't carry glass. I
You
just
said-
see.
No,
I
I'm just
can't-
okay with being blind.
Also, I wasn't ready for the commitment that accepting that piece of candy was going to be.
I'm sorry.
That happened to me last week.
So I was just rolling it around. It's just like a lot going on.
Have we already talked about this new 2-tongue procedure? All right, we're gonna have to bring that shit up right fucking now.
Yeah, well, I eat this candy.
Oh,
I can't stay in one.
Before you got here, all we really talked about was Maddie's support bong.
Yeah. You need some weed for your support bong?
It's right here.
We support that. We
Still have a little bit of green that I left. I'm being courteous to myself.
we stay pretty lit.
Oh, I've been.
I get the need to have the thing. Like I get it. You need your
Sorry, I'm
Fidget.
fidget.
cloud clutch. Yeah,
Play with my
I
leg.
kind of just
do
fucked
the
up
thing.
Fawn's fidget because I dumped a bunch of pre-rolls out.
Yeah, I'm saying fuck.
Oh, we say fuck a lot.
Heard you said fuck, and I was like, that's
Yeah.
cool.
I'm generally I'm the crass one if we were labeling it. So
Two things I don't really like to talk about on the show, and I'm not
Okay,
going to
maybe.
call them rules per se, but like I don't like if you're sharing something negative, let's just leave the name of the artist out of it.
Oh,
you know what I
always.
mean?
No, on
Tell the
blast.
story,
In
but
general,
leave the
probably
name out.
always.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's one of the rules that usually goes without saying, and maybe a rule that maybe shouldn't go without saying. So, but now I'm going to say it.
Okay.
I don't like talking about pee and poop on the air.
You know, for us,
That wasn't what I was ready to hear, but I'm glad
No,
you said it because
there
I
is-
also hate toots. Let's put that out there. I do not want to hear about them. I don't want to smell them. Get out of here. I don't like it.
that's like for some reason
Keep that poop talk off here.
it
Thanks.
always comes up.
I hate
We have
it.
a handful, two
Listen,
or
I'll hit
three
you with one of
people-
these. Mm-mm.
I'm gonna practice.
Like,
I'm gonna practice doing it.
keep that toilet talk somewhere else.
Yeah, I like that. I like
Yeah.
we need that sound bite. Can we just record that on
Hey.
the Zoom box and hit the button?
Producy guy.
Uh-uh.
Fucking clippy, okay? Do we need to mark?
We'll do it in post, okay?
Thanks, folks.
Yeah.
We have a particular frequent guest that makes it about 48 seconds of sitting down behind a microphone before the conversation is brought up every time, and it's just kind of like, the fuck, dude.
There's 2 rules not to talk about number 2.
I don't even think we've ever established the 2 rules. I think it's the first time they've ever been said out loud.
Didn't think they needed said.
Can I make you guys? I like to make like little like Pinterest mom signs. Can I make you like a cute little one or like a pinpoint that's like
Yeah.
no poop talk?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Can
And
you also
also
make me one
full-
that says Thug Life?
Fuck life.
No. Thug Life on Pinpoint.
Thug
I'll pay extra. You let me know.
The tea cost section.
Okay. Whatever it takes to get us to this point of
I don't make them. I just got a guy. Don't worry about it.
Oh, tell Gloria I said thank
She's the person that keeps me on track, so I will let her know.
you. Hey, Gloria.
Mhm.
I'm also a guy. I do very little things, but if you need something done,
You'll do it.
no, like I know the person though.
Her. Yeah. Oh, I
Like,
got a guy for
Let,
sure.
let me flip through the Rolodex
Mhm.
and I'll have it set up in a day
Mhm.
or so. Like what needs to go down.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what that.
No,
thing
I hit you
is.
immediately with homie. Absolutely. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done.
It's
Mhm.
fun. Then I
Period.
got to ask the question, like, hold on, do you want a good deal or do you want it really well done?
Yeah, which is
Like-
you need
That's why you're asking me because I got both. You know what I mean?
That's
I
right.
got a happy medium. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm
Mhm.
saying people are worth their net worth.
Mhm.
It's true. That's true.
Your net worth is your net work was the quote I was trying to
Say it again, but like with like a little beat behind it. I liked it. Burnt,
I thought I did the first time.
No, that
I
wasn't
don't,
enough.
I don't know if I could
It
change.
was implied, but it wasn't like I didn't feel it. You know what I mean? And it's live. You know what I mean? And it's live. I needed you to have like a little bit more. Like, listen,
That is
you didn't
way
do
too fast,
drama.
Kyle.
You didn't do drama in high school and it shows.
I was the lead in HMS Pinafore. I was Sir Joseph. Don't talk to me about not doing
Yeah, and I
drama.
bet you were like this the whole time. They're probably like,
You've never seen that show, have you?
I'm
I'm not trying to like extra nerd you right now, but
7-year-old birth.
I'm gonna let you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
there's
let you-
another young
I'm gonna
one
let you
here.
Google that one and get back to me about my non-theater. Okay. I'm just not. We're not gonna bring it up. We're act like this is amicable.
It's appropriate for children to do like HMS Pinafore to begin with.
It's not at all. That fucking whole musical was about whores.
We did it too. I was one of the like
The sisters and cousins.
sisters and his cousins.
The sisters and cousins and aunts was all a front in order for the captain to bring whores on. Yeah, I was Sir Joseph.
That's what I'm saying. How was this appropriate? And how am I just now realizing how inappropriate it was?
Oh, you know what's funny is watch the actual Gilbert and Sutherland. It's dirty as shit. Like a lot of the stuff is like implied that without context loses its implication.
Mhm.
And yeah, go back and watch like the OG one, and you're like, they're dirty. That's not his cousin. That's not his. It's not his cousin. He's gonna. Oh. Yeah, that's how it goes. I'm just
Oh wow.
saying.
I really want to bail on this piece of candy, bro.
Bail on it. It's you. It's your life. I'm not mad at you.
Great purpose.
She's such a good
Things reuse and recycle
Yeah.
around here.
It was like
I have a tiny waste basket. This is what I'm always dumping stuff into. And
Blood.
The
fidgeting
trick
with what's
is
sitting.
to chew it like chunk. Just,
okay. Here's the
oh
thing
yeah,
though.
we never got into that. We started it.
Starts to roll over, and I'm like,
Okay.
so I'm like, there, and it's like sticking around. It's like sore.
We started the tongue talk, and as we do on this show, very much.
The candy had like a
Mhm.
Yep.
Here with two tongues, just rolling around together with it.
How long have you had it done?
September 3rd, I think.
Don't make me do math. How long have you had it done?
Proximus Prime. I don't know. I live in the day that I'm in, and I don't know.
I think that's something on your end, Ben, if you need to remember when September was.
I was just curious because I know that sometimes these things take I know that sometimes they heal really, really fast. And I know
Quick.
sometimes they take years.
Yeah, Ian was like, Ian Bell did it. IanFuckingBell.com if you want to schedule something.
Bam. Reads out that text. Yeah.
It was gonna drive me crazy. Okay, so Ian did it. I think the actual procedure with us just like goofing and talking while I was in there, because I was like, I nervously babble, as you can see. So I'm like kicking my feet like I'm in the doctor's office. And I'm sitting at a convention. So there's like lots of people running around me, like all the things, but like we're in this nice, safe little like tarps, like not tarps, but you know what I mean? It's not like Dexter, but it kind of felt like it a little bit low key, like
Hype and draped.
Yeah, it was pipe and draped. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bless.
Like this.
I've been to like 2 conventions ever. So
No one's mad.
yeah.
No one's mad.
Help
No
me
one's
out.
mad.
Help me out. So but yeah, so I get back there and it's like 15 minutes, I think. And then while he's talking to me, I thought like, well, you know, he's just like messing with my tongues, and like he had kind of like, he's like, I'm gonna like poke him a little bit, kind of like pushing on him. I like use some mouthwash. And then yeah, like he like slit the top, slit the bottom. I assume like, I don't know, I wasn't there. I'm like hanging out like this. He's like, keep your tongue relaxed. And I'm like, okay. And there's like a person like holding my tongue. He had like someone holding it for him, and like he slit it. It was so quick though. And when I got done, he was super confused because I was like wiggling him around like very early. He was like, how are you doing that? But
Some people just know.
You know what to do.
We all used to be lizards.
Snake army.
I mean,
I just want to be a part of Sarah's lizard army. You know what I mean?
I need a lot more details on that. There's a whole army of lizards.
Sarah is a lizard person. Okay.
Nope.
You don't know about lizard people?
I know about lizard people. I don't know about this specific one.
Nah.
This specific one. I'm not denying anything. I'm just like,
Me too.
this particular one. Who is this person? Yeah, I don't know this person.
Scott Pilgrim?
You guys realize I live my life underneath the rock that's underneath the rock, right?
What was that one? What was that one Seth Rogen movie?
I'm like very Scott Pilgrim, so I need to go watch it because
Yep, it
like,
happened.
I feel personally attacked.
A lot of
We
people
do.
feel that way about me. Who wants to break that?
Listen, if you don't watch this,
Someone
I'm
asked in the comments too. No, but I watched Hellraiser. The new one.
Anxious. Now you're
Half of it.
I'm sorry to let you down.
don't really look at it. Low-key look at it. I got done by an apprentice when I first started.
It's too long. It's too.
Because I'm not seeing. So it's a Scott Pilgrim one right here, and it's a 7 evil X's, right? And the vegan police, and it says, "You just drank half and half, baby." And it's just like the best.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna send
Without
this.
even knowing the context, that's amazing.
So I'm a really shitty vegan, so I'm just a vegetarian. But I really want to be a vegan because I feel like shit when I eat dairy.
I'm the shittiest vegan of all times.
I am for real. Yeah.
Just a vegetarian.
Yeah, that ass. Because listen, dairy, you know?
I shouldn't eat dairy either. It doesn't like me. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
I love
Actually,
it.
I love
Yeah,
that's
no,
the problem.
That's the issue. Yeah.
Ice cream.
Ice cream, babe.
Like just ice cream.
In the middle of the night last night, 2 o'clock, sweating on my couch. I'm asleep. I'm like, I need some
Kyle's gonna pull.
Waking up just
It's like, no, not even just, not even just a shuffle. I grab my phone and I start like going through
There we go.
Here.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
look how instant that was.
So yes.
Yeah, that was smooth. Like so nicely done.
Thanks. Thanks.
Little improvement.
Concern.
I'm impressed too because I had nothing open prior.
Can you guys please let me know if I start to fall into my tattoo posture, like my shitting dog posture?
I think we're doing
Do you
just
see how I'm
trying to, like,
sitting
stay
in
up.
shitty tattoo posture?
Mine doesn't hit like this though, right? Where it's like a nice bend. I have scoliosis, so mine hits like this, you know. And then I like my hands are always I'm anxious.
I have
And I
to
look
be
like a goblin.
set set on the edge of the chair.
You gotta put your shoulders down and back.
Sit like a piece of shit. I do.
Well, let me hit you with this. That's what it looks like for everyone else. It's like, I mean, that's not good. No one likes that.
Yeah. I worked at a desk for a long time. So you just get into this.
Oh, all
This-
right.
I tend to just like curl into whatever I'm
Me
working on,
too.
like fetal position. Like I just like
Yeah,
wrap around
Me
it.
too.
My
It's like
legs come
this.
up.
Yep, me too.
Usually I like balance my feet on my
On my-
armrest.
Yeah. I usually hit this at the convention. They'll be like, Maddie, we're taking pictures. And I'm like, cool. And they're like, use your full back. And I'm like,
Let me tell
scared. Gotcha.
I woke up in a ball this morning, which never happens, and it was
When
amazing.
you were in your hammock.
Yeah, it was nice.
Tell us what you've been doing for the last few days, Ben.
I just went and slept outside.
Where did you sleep outside at? You don't have to give us the exact
Coordinates
location.
and a Google
Zaleski
Maps
State
location.
Forest in not quite Athens, Ohio.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good time. I hiked in. I made camp and slept.
For those of you that haven't watched or followed enough to know, Ben likes to be outside, but hasn't had very many chances to be outside
Stupid
lately.
adult responsibilities. It's
Oh.
cool though. But yeah, it was super swell.
I forgot to post for people to look at this.
What
I'm
the
doing-
hell?
I'm such an asshole. I'm the worst at social media, man.
I-
Really trying. I did do a social experiment the other day, which I'm pretty sure made some people mad, but I don't think they got it. All right, because I have a weird sense of humor. And I'm
all
getting
about
real
social
tired.
experiments.
Yes. So I'm getting real tired of like, I'll be in the middle of a consultation with someone, right? I'm like, here's some really cool ideas I have. Like, let's talk about some cool tattoos. And they're like, you're really pretty. And I'm like, neat. But can I please draw this really cool centaur on you? I think you would really like it. Like, that's what I'm trying to do. So, or like, they'll be like, oh yeah, I'll follow you on Instagram. And they go like on my selfies. And I'm like, I get that. You're a fake fan. So I get real
Cool,
mad
because we're here
about
to
it.
talk about a tattoo.
Yeah, it's so
Talk about this
frustrating.
tattoo.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I never get any views on my reels. All right. And I was like, how many people are here? Because they think it's interesting how I look. I'm just going to do a little fun thing. So I pretended to do like the Instagram thirst trap thing, right?
Okay, hold on.
Let's talk about it.
How do you pretend
Let's
to
talk
thirst
about it.
trap?
Do you want to
Okay.
send said post to
Oh, God.
our Instagram and
Yes.
Kyle can share it?
Listen, it's not even like I didn't even put good quality tattoo pictures on there. I was just like, it was intentional.
Probably
You
already
have to
it, don't
post the
at
experiment
it.
too, okay? You have to post what the thing was, because if not, I look a little thirsty.
Oh, got a little thirst.
And I deleted the comment immediately because like it kind of hurt. And I was like, maybe I do. He said I look like Donald Trump.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, rude. I don't know how to send it to you. Can you please help me say with
Let me see.
the
Let's
electronics?
see. We go like this. Tattoo collecting. 101.
Thank you so much.
Boom.
I can still talk to you, but my hands start to get slow. You know what I mean?
That's okay. I got you.
But yeah, so the social experiment, what I was doing was, I was like, man, everyone on here is always just like, you're pretty cute. Oh, wow. Like looking nice with those tongues. It's just really awkward.
Nice.
Like, here's the thing is, no, we're always like this. Everyone who looks like me to this degree, we're always like, "Fucking looking at me. Like, this is for me, not you." But also, like, I don't know, it's real awkward. Like, it's for me. So when people get all weird about it, like, if you're like, hey, wow, that's a pretty cool cut you have in your tongue. Let's talk about it. I'm like, yeah, for sure. Let's do that. But if you're like,
It's the approach.
hey,
It's the approach.
I wonder how
Let me see your mouth.
how's that feel?
Can you
How's that feel in your mouth?
stick it out further?
Yeah.
No, because
Can you clap them together? And I'm like, yes, I can, but you'll never see it. Unless you get on my Instagram. I'm stressed.
See, my thing
Clap
is,
them
like,
together.
guys have gotten to the point where they fucked it up so bad that it has literally killed the availability to have a genuine conversation with anyone of the opposite sex. Because you have to break that, like, I promise I'm not hitting on you.
Yeah.
And I don't want to start the conversation that way
Yeah.
because then they're like, yeah, sure, okay. But like, it literally, you can't say anything to anyone online
Yeah.
without it be taking,
Very careful
hello.
how you
I
compliment
missed the
somebody.
kindest spirits.
Like,
I was really genuinely hoping you were having a good
No, no, no. Hear me
You
out.
can say, "Shut
That's not real. So
up."
yeah, okay. As someone who used to be a dancer. Okay, she's a dancer, baby. Listen, we had to do what we had to do to tattoo. All right.
There was no hate. It was the delivery. Used to be a dance.
Awkward dancer for sure. Like I was like, and there's like,
That's my favorite.
just bounce around. So they're like, all right, I guess if that's. I was like,
your
all right,
money, honey.
Whatever. It paid for tattoos.
Get it.
Balling on a budget, baby.
Get it. That's been my whole life. Don't worry.
So, it's just like it's really not that hard to not be fucking weird about it. You don't gotta walk up to me and be like, "Hey, wow, I really like the way your face looks." Like, here's the things that I deal with on a daily basis. I thought about just making a list for you. So I had a guy. I went to the donut shop. All right, I look like actual shit. I'm going in for an all-day tattoo with a dude who's known me for a minute. I was like, "Roll up in your sweatpants, bud. Let's doing the damn thing. Let's go." So I look like garbage, and I'm picking up donuts for us. And I walk in. I'm barely in yet, and the dude goes, "Hey, not trying to be rude, but our donuts are more decorated than your face." And I was like, what in the fuck? Like, why is this what I deal with? That's wild. Someone looked at me. Okay, I have all this stuff on my face. Dope. Look at it. That's neat. A dude said, "Hey, is that lipstick or a tattoo?"
Yes.
Out of all the things on my face, you're going to ask me if my black lipstick that is smeared, it is not done well. You're asking me if that is a tattoo. What? What do you mean?
Maybe, again,
It's
was
out of
looking for
pocket.
a non.
Just be like, "Hey, man, cool tattoos. Like, that's dope."
Or just don't comment on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like who needed that? Like, it's cool to be like, pretty cool. And if like we're around each other, or you're like, if I'm like, "Hey, man, got a new tattoo today," and you're like, "Dope tattoo, really like that line work." That's an appropriate time to like get in there. Like,
Yeah.
I like the way that fits
Wait-
on your noggin.
Wait for it to be brought up.
Yeah, but don't be like, I post a picture of my tattoos, and before that, I'm like, I'm drinking a coffee because that's what Instagram wants to see. And then I show you like this really cool tattoo that I spent hours on, and you're like, "Nice face tat." I'm like, go fuck yourself, bro.
Appropriate time.
That ball. Yeah. So it's all about like the approach. I like to do it. The way that I met Jeff from at Golden Yeti on on Instagram. He did a really cool tattoo on me that I will share because it needs to be seen by as many people as possible. But yeah, I walked up behind him. I had no idea who he was, obviously, because I don't know anybody. And I rolled up on him and I was like, "Hey man, that tattoo hurt." And he like turned around because it was the morning of a tattoo convention. I'm like running in on him. And I'm like, I just wanted to figure out what the coffee was.
Right.
And I was like, "Hey man, that tattoo hurt." And he turns around and I was like, like, but yeah, so that's like, I just love it. That's like a funny time if you want to be funny about it.
Right.
Or like someone walks up and they're like, "Hey man, did get your getting your ears pierced hurt or something?" And I'll be like, "Yep. Yep, I did."
My
That
favorite.
did that neck tattoo that I know for sure was up under your chin and you didn't know what numbing cream was. I bet that was did that hurt you? You have no tattoos on your body. You have no intention of getting a neck tattoo. That's kind of kinky that you want to know if it hurt me a little bit. Like, what does that do for you to know if it hurt if you're never intentionally going to get tattooed like that? It's weird.
My favorite comment of all times is,
Wow.
how much money you spend on that?
Fuck you. Yeah.
If you have to ask.
Baby.
No, when I got tattoos, they were cheap, baby.
Oh, I have friends. Listen, I'm balling on a budget still. Or I still
get it.
feel like
Trust
we're
me, I'm
balling on
not a tattooer.
Hey, I've been working for my tattoos
a
recently.
budget.
Get it,
I
Kai.
trade people all the time. I'm trading.
Yeah.
I'm a bartering bitch.
Trade life.
And then I just give my legs, they're just the goofiest tattoo you can think of. You can just do it. I don't care what style, I don't care what you want to do. It can be as out of pocket as you want it to be. I know Jeff is gonna put a penis on me somewhere. I know it. I know it. It's already gonna happen. And then like dick fish tattoos. If you don't know who we met him in person, he like got a really cool tattoo, super goober of a dude. He was like, people always ask me why I like it, and it's dick fish tattoos.
Kyle's on it.
He's so funny.
You want this?
We drove to me and the piercer at my tattoo studio. We drove to Chicago to go see this dude so she can get like a dick that was in the shape of a fish. He just draws random dick things and I love it. I just got my tongue split so I couldn't get one. And understand, listen, I'm 3 days out getting my tongue split, and I'm trying to talk to this man like, we love to be here. Yeah, it was pretty bad, but like
Kyle's
he
a
was super
stickfish.
cool about
It
it.
is.
So funny.
That hot sauce is pretty solid.
Mhm.
Oh wait,
I like that dragon.
is it also a penis?
Look at that bunny.
It's fine Waluigi for me because that one's the best. The one right here is on my piercer. That's the one I was at in the top left.
They're
And
fantastic.
her name is at Dopty Piercings. And she's really sweet. I just want to hype everybody up. Everyone should follow everybody.
That shrimp is great. Scroll back up to it. See him.
Yes.
So good. Some of them are discreet as fuck, but the Waluigi one is so good because he's up and he's like holding like a little rose and it's like mouth is fucking wild. It's so good.
Too good.
But anyway, yeah, I just let people put goober stuff all over me. It's my favorite.
Yeah, it's nice having a good relationship with your tattoo.
Mhm.
Just leave it.
Ben was just tattooed last week.
I was
Live.
on the show.
Corey's finished picture of that. Did she post it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can.
I said we'd share it for those who were following.
Go, let's share it. People follow along and watch.
They do, indeed. Yeah,
Because
like,
anxiety stuff so
Indubitably.
no, it's gonna watch
No.
this.
It's the only reason the
Nobody's playing
show's
this while
Say
their
that.
clients are listening. Nobody has it playing in their
What's
shop.
up?
Hey,
What's up?
Wit.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's baller AF.
Baller.
It's in there.
Look at all of that purple.
Mhm.
I love that purple too, because it kind of like taking into consideration the things around it and how the color play is going to work here in a little bit. The tattoo next to it's all washed back behind it with purple.
Mhm.
That's going to give it a nice like cool, warm, cool fade.
Mhm.
Warm,
Well,
cool fade.
You know how I'm a fan
Art talk,
of,
Fawn.
yeah,
Do-
it is
do the
art
art
talk.
talk.
It's good art talk.
That was a good art talk.
You know,
I like
a
that,
fan
actually.
of the green and purple beside each other.
Yeah, me too.
Always. That like neon green. Anytime I put that in there, I'm like,
Mhm.
That's
That-
my hot rod color.
You know,
If I ever make a hot rod, it's going to be that deep
if I
fucking
use
What would
purple.
you make it out of?
ambulance, it's gonna be purple and
what
green.
would you make it out of?
A hot rod?
You said if I ever make one, I was wondering what you'd make it out of.
Car part?
Okay, but what if it was parts of like, what if you had to pick a food that you would make the hot rod out of?
Oh, okay. So if we're talking, cake would be the easiest to make it look like a hot rod.
No, but I'm talking like you can make it out of whatever you want, just like the coolest thing you could think of. If it was a contest, everyone's making a
It'd
hot rod.
probably be breakfast meat.
Breakfast.
Not trying to have a hamburger
Yeah.
card.
Oh my
dude.
god, breakfast meat.
because think
Like
about that.
various meats to like.
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of like the way that like would be layered, maybe, but it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah. Then you get like body strips of bacon.
Oh my
and
God,
then
is
you
it
get,
hot
like,
outside or is it cold
sausage
outside?
Patties like for wheels.
Is
and,
it hot
like,
outside or is it cold
He's
outside?
probably
That's
gonna
hilarious.
have like
It's gonna be like
rotisserie
110.
lights.
Oh my God, it's
it smells.
bro, it's
It smells
Never.
like drippy breakfast meat.
please do not say that.
Savory sausage.
Basically,
You don't do the.
eyes with me while you slurp that, and I did not.
Sorry, but I forgot.
Sure. and-
Sorry.
No, I'm so sorry. I'm high and have ADHD. I'm doing my
The
best.
show's about.
What?
We do. We just.
Go right down different rabbit holes and then we circle back to
Listen,
Taddy's.
you're my favorite. I want to be you when I grow up. Okay. Oh, that was cute and I loved it. Thank you so much. Anytime my friends say something bad about themselves, I'm like, you talk about my friend like that one more fucking time. My friends are like, yeah, cool. I'm like, yeah, you are. Anyway, swinging all the way back to the experiment. So I never get any views on my reels, mainly because I just never post, and then I just randomly post at like 2 a.m. because I'm up watching House. As one does. But I had been talking about this idea for a while. I was like, man, I know if I just like put my boobs on Instagram and was just like, oh boy, and then showed a bunch of tattoos. Some people would be like, that's fucking funny. I see what you did there, buddy. And then other people would be like, boobs, and they would look at it, right? And other people would be like, wow, that tattoo that you posted was actually pretty cool. And there's very few of those people, but if you're out there, please be my friend on Instagram. You can message me right now at Shabby Beanick, and I will actually be your friend, and we can play Fortnite together, maybe.
I thought you didn't even play that.
But hear me out. I didn't even get to tell you about that.
It's a networking opportunity.
Thirst trap. You hang in here with me with Fortnite. Ready? Here we go. Fortnite is bright and colorful, and it's like oh my, just like a little goofy fish boy, and I'm gonna run around and I'm gonna get you. But it's not like a lot of blood.
Wait,
I don't like
wait.
blood. It makes me anxious.
Wait, hold on. I am 105. You know that, right? You know I'm 105, right? I just got an Xbox 360.
My little brother is going to giggle at you for
That's fine. I'm 105.
It's my favorite segment of the
I'm old and curmudgeon. It's okay. But that's kind of my job, is to be like, what's that? So I make you talk about the things.
Hurt. Wait, hold on. Where are we at? What are we talking about?
No fucking clue.
What are we talking about? Fortnite. Boom, right here.
I know you build worlds, and but you
Bring
said
it-
something about a fish. Okay.
There's
So
some building. There's
Fish-
some building.
Fish boy is where you lost me.
Costumes. And there's like different seasons, I guess. Not like in the shits, you know what I mean? Like, but like I played a couple times.
Okay.
Anyway,
You're losing me. Your belief level is going down. You're telling me there's seasons and different costumes, but you don't.
that's just basic knowledge.
It's just like once a week.
Bro, talk to an 11-year-old, okay?
Nope.
Anyway, my brother is a pretty cool dude and he's got insight on the Fortnite.
I will give him a high five.
Dope.
High
Anyway.
five, bro.
Bringing it back. Oh my God, I'm exhausted from that chewing that piece of candy.
You've only just done. The show just started.
It's not even 7.
less.
She is 45 minutes in.
I'm
Like,
45 years old, I swear, right now, in one day.
what's wrong with that?
My back would be more hurt because but it's hurting bad. Anyway, back to Fortnite. Oh my God, I want to stop talking about it. I have to finish this thought. I will never finish it. Please take this.
I got it.
So-
I got it.
Anyway, Fortnite is kind of delightful because you can dress up and there's like costumes that you can buy. Okay. And it's like your avatar. All right.
What, online?
It's like, it's when you have like you have an avatar. You've played a video game before where you get to choose who your character is. I'm not trying to get spicy with you. I just want to become You're making me explain everything. No, but like, oh my God.
I do
You should know the
understand
avatar. Okay.
creating a character.
Yes. Creating it really, you just like have options for them and they have different clothes and you can go buy those clothes. So you can like dress like a little fish boy. He has like a little, it's like a helmet and he's a little fish in it. It's kind of like that show, The Umbrella Academy. And don't let me run down that rabbit hole through like the Umbrella Academy because I will not stop. So
Okay.
anyway, it's fucking nice and there's lots of colors in it and there's not a lot of blood and I hate blood. It makes me feel icky. So I like to be able to play a game where I can like snipe people and like run around and dance a little bit. It's just kind of cute. It's like a nice video game to play. If I'm going to do something, I want it to be like bright and colorful and fun.
Okay.
And my Instagram, look at it, it's all bright, colorful, and fun. But yeah, anyway, done with that now. It's nice to play sometimes. And then where were you holding me at? No, what it's supposed to do. Oh my gosh, she ruined it with the fork knife. The thirst trap. Thanks, bless me. I also have me down. So let's get on with this. For everybody who unfollowed me on Instagram because I thought I was being extra spicy, thank you for respecting me. Also, it was a joke. Get over yourself. I thought it'd be really funny to like pretend I was gonna show my boobs. And then instead just say, haha, just in case, look at my Instagram, blah, blah, blah. And then like flash a bunch of my cool tattoos I like. Right. Thinking like, oh, I'd get like a couple more likes or like 2 follows for some creepy people. And let me tell you, all my other ones got like 1,000 views, maybe. Like my last one was like 700. This one got 30.2K. Go fuck yourself. Like, look at my tattoos. Stop looking at me, okay? Because I just want to be comfortable and wear my cute clothes. But
1,000.
please.
No,
I've got like
this week
Look at the facts, Ben.
Please.
Look at the facts.
What's facts?
was insane.
Yes. So I have like no views on anything, and then all of a sudden, because I'm like, haha, burp, and I like didn't actually show anything, obviously. And I was like driving in my car. I was on my way to work. I was like, this would be funny, and I like put my phone up and like pretended. But yeah,
30,000.
cool. Yeah, and then lots of comments, lots of follows. I started getting more likes on all my stuff, and I was like, you're silly beans. Like, why can't we just be like, hey Maddie, it was kind of goofy that you did that tattoo like that. And I'm like, thanks. That's the kind of people I'm trying to hang out with. And
Right.
listen, like, it'd be so fun. Please,
Let me just do that.
Please don't be a creep.
listen,
Please don't.
on my Instagram, I drew cute little like bats that look, they're like made out of fruits. They're like someone to make fruit bats. And like this stuff, like that's what I live for. That's what I'm trying to like grow up to do when I tattoo. Everyone's like, what'd you tattoo today? And I'm like, I made this little kiwi that looked like a little bat. I'm doing a bat on this girl's bum. I said, can I put, she said, it's my first tattoo and I don't know what I want, but I want something kind of like cute on my butt. And I was like, let me do a little peach fruit bat on there. It'd be really cute and you'll love it forever. I promise. It's never going to go out of style. You're going to love it. And listen, yeah, it's forever yours and you're going to love it. And I utilize all the black in my tattoos. So that shit's in there forever. So like yours always going to have this cute little, like little peachy boy
I love it.
peeping at you in the mirror. I'm gonna make it like showing its little bum and like kind of like peeping around with a little towel on it. It's so cute. You want this?
Bah.
I'm gonna buy you so much weed because I just keep skipping you.
Okay.
You're just gonna get a little like
just-
Christmas bag of like, sorry, I keep
Just pass him one of those so he can light it whenever he wants.
How about two.
Do whatever you want. That's why I dumped him out. Oh, it's fine.
Take it to him.
Thanks. Sure.
Bless.
We have another light.
I won't forget you, Kyle.
Earlier you were the bully and now you're making me out to be the bully. Are you gas lamping?
Gas lamping?
Yeah.
Is that kind of like gas lighting? But like
It's gas lamping.
like lower dim?
It's gas lamping. It's never been what you say?
Gas lighting?
It's gaslighting. What did you say?
You said gas lamping.
No, you said gas lamping. What's gas?
I'm like, no, you said something first.
Husband, because they used to gas lamp each other. They'd be like, "Are you gas lamping me?" And he's like, she was like, "It's gaslighting," and she like got all amped about it. Gaslighting me right now about gas lamping, and she's like, "Whatever." It's like a huge joke with them, and I love it. It never stops being funny. It's so good.
I just thought you meant like it wasn't as severe as gas lighting. Because like lights are big.
What's
but
gaslighting?
Lamps are like little. You know what I mean?
Like neon signs, right?
just a little bit of gas lighting
Yeah.
would be gas lamping.
Are you trying to gas lantern me?
I'm trying to gas candle you right now.
Are you saying gas?
Gas candle. Candle.
Gas.
I'm not. But yeah, that's not what I thought.
Earlier, Cabri was like, "Hey, we shouldn't like pregame too hard with all this weed. Like, I'm gonna wait until later when we smoke." And I was like, and now I'm just like still hanging in there. And like the issue is when I get anxious because I'm too high, I'm like, God, I need my bong to bring me back. And then I just keep getting more. Glad you're here, buddy. Did you guys ever name this gentleman?
That's it's Jess's, isn't it?
It's to Sid. Sid brought it in.
Just cleaned it today. Look, I brought a bong cleaner with me because I remembered he's a little goopy in there. So I brought some with me because my little sneaky link works with a
Taking care of the home team.
No, you clean that thing super fast too. I was like, damn, I spent like half an hour trying to get it clean.
my husband is
Too
the
bright.
best in like in the whole
But it
world, and
glows.
he buys me like all kinds of cool glass pieces and stuff. And I never knew how to keep them clean. And now I know.
Alcohol. Trick is
Well,
alcohol.
it's not. It's this business right here. yeah.
What's in it?
But listen, hear me out.
I'm listening.
Hear me out. Here.
I'm listening.
It did work better.
It did. It got the gunk out.
I mean,
And it has like this weird like bead stuff in it. Don't say it's salt. I get it. I know it is, but it's different than just like putting salt and alcohol in it. It's different. It's blue.
it's took the time to die the salt. No, we get it.
I just soak my pieces in like the citrus solvents. There's like the Formula 420 and the Formula 710, I think is the other one. Like I just patiently soak them.
Hot water.
I think like
That's the ball.
the sexiest thing ever is like my husband is the most thoughtful person in the whole world. And I'll be like if I had like a rough day, like there's been a couple times where I'll like come through and he's got like Cletus, which is like home bong. That's my baby boy. I almost brought him and I was like, don't do that. That's wild. But he's clean as fuck, thanks to that goop I was talking about. So no one even know he looks new. But yeah, it's just like he's like the best. And my husband will clean him for me
Just
when I'm sad. And he buys me little gadgets. Like he's got me a new little rolling tray coming in, and it like has a bunch of smell-proof jars and like a lock on it, and like it has like a rolling tray built into it. Bro, it's Neato Torpedo.
I just recently gotten into the magnet lid. Game changers. Game changers. You know how much less dog hair I've smoked? It's amazing.
I live with the dog hair in my lungs, I think, forever.
Yeah.
Escanor lives in here.
there.
Yeah. Oh, it's too much.
It's nice. It's nice to
How
not
do
like
you-
have to like
Ugh.
I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Have you used like the auto grinders?
No.
Bro, the auto grinder's dope as fuck. Don't say have you used auto?
I have used auto grinders in the past. My problem
No, I'm talking about
is-
the brand auto.
Oh no.
That's
But-
the one.
They I don't know. There's not a lot of control with what happens there. Most of them are very weed whacker-esque. And you're like, God damn it, what you do? It's not.
Obliterate it.
Whoa. Whoa.
Or you could get real crazy and just use like a coffee grinder and just it's usually perfect.
I've had the same. Yeah.
Three quick boops. 3 quick boops is all it needs. If you do more than that, pulverized.
I've had the same grinder since probably 2005.
We don't have my grinder up here, but I've had that one for probably not since 05, but definitely
It's
at least
OG,
10
like-
years.
Like have replaced it, gotten rid of the replacements, and gone back to OG grinder. Like full circle.
That's just how it is sometimes.
It'd be like that.
And now it needs a thorough soaking. It doesn't turn.
You know what will help with that?
Probably some of your goop. So,
Some goop.
so that's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. Because it doesn't.
Joseph was right. Joe was right. That you're just the best. I'm so glad I get to hang out with you. I had a moment. I was like,
Wait, someone was right? Oh, Fawn being cool.
listen,
One of
I
the things
listen,
I've been working on is how
I
to
was-
like less
listen.
awkwardly accept a compliment because I'm always like,
hey, listen, let me hit you with a few of them right here. Eye contact. Listen,
geez.
I would personally like to talk about Fawn. Because listen, your artwork, banging. Okay, listen, I've been creeping on your Instagram, and the other day I had a whole panic attack about it because I have anxiety, and I was deep scrolling, Fawn.
You were
scrolling.
deep scrolling.
I was deep scrolling, and I like clicked on something, and I thought I liked it, and I was like, I do like it, but is it weird to leave that there? And will she know if I unleave it there? And then will she be hurt if I unleft it there?
I
So I
encourage
went like
people to
this.
scroll deep back on
I
my
went-
Instagram.
Beep 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 beep, beep. Like back and forth, and I was like, oh, God. Like a whole moment about it, and I was like, it's fine. We're gonna sit with Cletus for a second.
You realize you're a year and a half back, and you're like,
Yeah, I was.
Well, you only have to scroll like a page down and you're a year back for me
Oh,
because I don't post hardly
deep.
ever.
And I always just like scroll through people that I'm like, oh, you're pretty neat. And I think I know them online. And then like I travel around and try to meet people. And then that's how I ended up moving to here.
see, I'm the opposite. I'm like, oh, I met you in real life. Now I feel like I must entertain you on the social medias because that's what you do. You're like, oh, hey, person. Now you're in the group. Now you're in the fold. I got to add you.
Yeah.
Now, there's not many people on either of my pages that I don't know or have met or have, you know what I mean? Like, not all of them are like calling you on Thanksgiving kind of homies. Don't get me wrong, but like, mine's always kind of been the opposite. Like,
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm 105. I do it wrong.
so I'm like bad at social media, but I started working really hard to get good at it. And I've been like, listen, the only reason I care about it at all, right? Here's why I care about followers out. Cause it's been like helping me like, cool, I have that, which means I can go tattoo other places and meet people and I have people there. Like that's cool. Because the real goal in life is for me to meet Kelly Doty and tell her that I think she's pretty neat. And I just wanted so bad.
Fairly certain you can
I
make
mean,
that
yeah,
happen.
I'm pretty sure that'll
Listen, that's
probably
the
just
lady that
happen.
I'm like, you're pretty cool. So general, just like, man, like anytime she's like, oh wow, look, I found this little rock on the side of the road. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cute, Kelly. I really like that. And like, and then I'll
I
send
like
her
it.
messages, and I'll like send her message on Instagram, and I'm like, and then Dave Tavenall was like, hey, listen, send her this message, and then you'll be in the group. And I was like, I don't know, Dave, we are really drunk. It's like, all right, I'm gonna send it. And I like sent her this message and she never responded. I was like, wow, now I'm the asshole. It's like, hey Kelly, look at this thing. This like, I don't know. I just want to meet her. So I talked to Jeff about it. He's like, I know her. She's super dope. Like she's just really quiet and just like the coolest when you get to talk to her.
Right.
Just go do that. And I was like, yeah, for sure. I'm like working myself up.
Why
So
don't
I
you
asked
just
him,
hit her up to have her work on you.
so I want to do that. But then I get very intimidated because I'm like, wow, what if like, what do I even ask her to do? And like, I want to give her like a whole, like, I have like a whole situation that I've left. And like, it's been a whole.
Where do you even start?
Yeah, I really have anxiety about meeting people that I like, you know what I mean? Like, so listen, like I said, I like saw some work of yours and I was like, cool. So then when I got here, I was like waiting. I was like, I was meeting people and I was like, cool. And then you came in to smoke. You're like, I'm smoking with you. And I was like, I'm really good at smoking. I cannot wait to smoke with friends. Yeah, so I was like really excited about it. I just get real awkward, and then I won't even look at you. Like I've been staring at him because I'm like, oh man, like, well,
Yeah,
I've been staring at your tattoos for. And I'm like, okay, cool. Just be cool about it. But anyway, my journey to Kelly Doty. I asked Jeff if he would do a little tattoo on me that was like, Kelly Doty, will you be my friend? I have like a little like check yes or no to leave it open at the bottom for her. And I'm just gonna have him like do a cute little tattoo.
That's commitment.
I just want to be her friend. And not like a stalker way, Kelly. You know,
it'll happen.
But I just think she's pretty neat. And here's why. Yeah, not the stalker way, because I thought she was neat. I didn't really watch Ink Masters or anything because I don't know.
The Masters of Ink, she was on that show.
I didn't know anything about all that before I saw her stuff on Instagram. And then I was just like, wow, your stuff on Instagram is so cool. And then I saw that she was like posting stuff about it. And I was like, that's even more cool. Like, I guess, because like that's a cool thing to do. Like that's pretty neat that more people got to see your stuff. But yeah, I just like really like all her.
I just snatched that. Like,
hey, neat, you didn't touch.
I feel like Kyle made brief eye contact with both of us. I wasn't sure who it was going to.
It was me. I was calling for it.
You're like,
Like
Snatch.
sending a runner to
That's my
third.
left hand
did you
even.
play a lot of volleyball in the pool when you were younger? Like,
No.
In the pool.
I
Realize. Specifically in the fucking water.
There's a different skill set.
and so I like
I didn't realize volleyball was so violent.
you can fall down. I can't jump and not like bonk my noggin, bro. And like I got hands to protect. I like to paint. I like to draw. I like to do cool things. Like
The pool bypasses all of it.
I'm safe.
Valid. One more time.
All right, hold on. Let me have a piece of water, please. Okay.
I think that the water would. I just think the water would add a whole other element of like death.
Absolutely not. I'm a swimmer.
There's like a different skill set
But,
almost required.
And also, it was like a tiny little pool. I'm not talking like a nice, like
It's
big
big.
underground pool. I'm talking like
Big enough to
above the
volleyball?
water, and you're
Like,
like,
enough to volleyball?
oh. All right.
I love that it just became an attack. Like, it's always
Be tall. All right. So I can play volleyball in a pool and protect myself with the water.
okay, I believe in you.
Attack a lot of the things I like.
I
That's
attacked
usually his
nothing.
role.
All I did was
I just feel
Somehow-
very attacked.
I'm sorry. It's not my intention.
Listen,
Ben's
that's why I got
behaving
my neck
himself
tattooed.
really
I need
well.
validation from strangers, and you're out here attacking me.
There was no attacking. Clarification was all I was after.
Wait, so
Wait.
swinging all the way back because you like rabbit holes, yeah.
Yeah.
swing it back. So when I said people just say like weird out of pocket shit to me, lately I've been like, I'm just gonna do it back. And like I'm just gonna start being what they think I am. You know what I mean? Just to play around. And not all the time.
That ends poorly.
Social
though. Careful.
All the time.
Careful.
Social experiments.
Listen, not all the time.
Just
But
like
social experiments every once in a while are pretty funky. So for example, when people walk up to me and they're like, hey, like, why did you get your neck and face tattooed? Every time without a single smile or like an ounce of like anything, I go, oh, I don't have a dad.
Stay dry as fuck though. Yeah. Like, yeah.
That's great.
Strangers and compliments actually like are my love language. So that's why you talking to me right now is pretty great. And they get really uncomfortable. And then, or if
Start
someone's
touching your
locking eyes
face.
with me, I'm just like, and we're here now.
Oh,
And listen,
just driving home.
pretty nifty face tattoo. I'll be like, thank you, Deb. Actually, my friend did it. And one time I did it when super manic because some girls cut their bangs and some girls tattoo their own face.
Not me. I've never tattooed my own face.
Well, you're not that girl, then that's okay.
You have cut bangs though. So, yeah. Growth, I guess. Is that?
Listen,
It's a change.
my manic face tattoo. I'm here for it. It's part of the journey, baby. And it's good for the gram. Bitches love the gram. You know? Bitches love the gram. This body's just for now. Who cares? You know?
My Instagram's got like 7 posts on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna like them all.
Ball.
So I think you're pretty nifty.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You're in my little list of
Oh,
nifty people.
Fine.
You guys, listen, if there was
Proud.
Boom. VIP.
we're hanging out and you guys
Let's
people.
show like how we operate. We
Sometimes it's nice to still hear it, even though you know.
no. I just meant like we tend to like have our cluster wherever we go, and we're like, hey, people,
Mhm.
you ready to? It's social anxiety break time.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys
Our
are
social
ready.
network of like people that we can communicate with via eye contact,
Yeah.
where we just like scan the room and it's like,
It
and then
my
just give
favorite's,
it
like, out
like
of
3
state.
minutes and
Just
we
be
all
like-
gather in the same place. Like there's no conversation needs to be had.
Oh yeah.
But like just in the like
We're all
look
stoned.
and the raise of an eyebrow, it's kind of like, you know how in the woods where like deer signal with like the white tail, it's like our group of friends and stoners. It's like it's just the scan eyebrow raise, and it's just understood that everybody's going to corral to the appropriate area. That just is what's going to happen, and everybody just follows. No communication needed whatsoever.
I will-
I was at the indie tattoo convention for about 13 seconds. I didn't even think I had made it into the ballroom. And I walked up and I'm like, oh, hey, friends. Yeah. Like, let's just clear out. We're training to go.
Safe.
Safety. Medium.
Speaking of Indie Tattoo Expo,
That's
I'm gonna send this post to Kyle so you can share it.
what we did.
Um,
Is it, do we got dates?
so Chris Taylor, who puts on the Indie Tattoo Expo.
That feels weird in my chest right now. I'm too high for that one.
Sorry.
You really done a little bit. Like keep it going, but like
Hold on, I'm
light.
trying to find the post he sent me. But anyways, there is a speaker, and I might go over and share it next week for our episode. I don't know how long she's going to be speaking, but she starts at 6. But on Indigenous tattooing.
Ooh,
Yeah, the history of
Okay.
Indigenous
Ooh,
tattooing.
that's
Hard
super
in.
cool.
So
hard in.
like
Should
that
we
could
just all
be-
go out there?
I was just gonna say that could be a group trip, but I'm definitely making the
Next
the
week?
jaunt
When is
over
that
there.
one?
I'm trying to find his
Next.
post.
Next
Maybe he
Thursday?
texted it to me.
I think.
I'm in this weird
Yes.
position where I'm not employed. So like now's the time.
So you're
Okay.
you're open, baby. Let's go.
Irish.
Hey, let's do it. Road
All right.
trip.
Are you good at
I'm gonna send
Rolling
you this
joints.
photo,
Those are mine.
Kyle.
you rolled them all by yourself?
Well, no, I stuffed it with
Yeah.
Nah, you cheater. You use cones. Shut up.
Throw up. I also
Kyle?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now.
So November 10th at 6:30. So we'll probably,
Let me turn you on. Are you ready? Blazy Susans.
I hear you.
here we go. Local tattoo artist,
You got
author, and
ready?
activist Stephanie Big Eagle will talk about traditional and indigenous practice of hand-poked tattooing and how both the practice of tattooing and the tattoo itself shape and reflect cultural identity. So I definitely plan on being there. I would love to share her whole presentation. I if I can, I will. I think that would be a really cool thing to have recorded and then just share with our whole collecting community that follows us. I don't know what all she's going to get into, but I'm kind of looking forward to it. And it's only a couple hours away.
Super.
So it's like a little snippet into next week's.
Yeah, I'll definitely be moving
Well-
some things around for that.
Unless I get a call in the next 24 hours or so, it's like, hey, we need you Monday.
So I'm thankful too.
I'm assuming that I'm off all week.
Road tripping,
So
So let's do it, baby.
go and set up the equipment, get all the angles, show up
let
like a
me,
team.
communicate with the mother of my child.
You
and
could
make
maybe even
sure-
bring her. It might be late by the time we
make
got back
sure
though.
We can
She would like Blazy.
wait, the mother of my child? Probably.
Yes. Yes, agreed.
Because I was
Because
like,
that might be doable.
they're Blazy Susans.
We got lost in the woods today, guys. We were in a park that I'm ashamed. We were like looking up at trees and talking about like photography tricks and stuff. So we really weren't paying attention. We were just
Lost.
walking down this path.
Lost. Friends, let me tell you.
There are two trails
You
and
can
they
see
like
both
intersect.
sides of this park from the parking lot. Okay. Let me start with that. Okay. There's two choices, left or
We
right.
didn't even smoke, Ben.
Maybe
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why we didn't smoke. Well, I had my dentist appointment, so we literally went to the dentist appointment, then back over by her apartment.
before the disappointment to a level that would keep you aggressively high.
Great.
Listen, I'm terrified of the dentist.
I really like my dentist, and I knew I was just getting the thing glued back on. I knew it wasn't going to be anything painful.
I
Just
don't like
like
people touching my teeth. But I did get a tooth gym because the girl that was doing them was very pretty.
you're like, I'll
So and they're like, you're gonna have to take that off your face. I had to
Ridiculous.
take my dermal and my tooth
Oh.
gel.
Tragic.
lame.
People are super ignorant, and because my dad is full of Sioux, and no one knows anything about indigenous culture in the Midwest. When you talk about things, they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm part Indian too." It's like from Raven Village. If you have a little chocolate in your milk, hurt, but like, like, yeah, like, get out of here. Come on now, like, quit. But I would just be like, oh yeah, like face piercings are a part of my culture. And they would always be like, oh, heard, yeah. And never question and never look it up and just let me have them. I would just be able to look like this everywhere. Yep. Starbucks, they're like, oh yeah, we don't want to make you upset. I was like, heard. All right, thank you.
I think of that.
Yeah. I was like, listen, that box is already checked when you hired me. Listen, my dad, and they're like, oh, heard. And I was like, okay, cool.
Well,
Wild.
Fucking reverse white privilege.
Wild.
That's cheating the system right there,
That's
baby.
amazing. Proud
I
of
just
you
think it's silly beans.
for you to be able to
Yeah.
find that fuck you hole.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
gonna do what I do because I want to do what I do.
Yeah. I just think it's big old silly beans that it's even an issue.
Proud of you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I'll bet you my latte tasted the same.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not even one piece of jewelry fell in it.
that
This is expensive. So if any of this fell in your drink, you're welcome. You won.
How many lots? That's the same argument
won.
for drugs
like
and the
a-
trick or treat candy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fine.
I caught it.
So,
You got free candy.
ain't no one dosing your kid.
Absolutely not. With a $40 bag of candy. I think
Drugs
not.
are expensive as fuck.
And what
Those-
street was that on?
those-
I'm gonna go
well-
top the I'm not. Listen, that one block is probably the only one doing it, but I'm gonna have a word.
If you've got extra, hear me out.
No,
You're
I'm
just
confiscating it.
willy nilly, just wanting to get rid of this shit. Right? I can talk. My liver can handle it. Take drugs from strangers. No one's judging. No one's judging.
None.
Strangers, you have to be their friend. You don't, you tell me you're not like, be like, hey,
I
buddy.
mean, you hear of kids getting accidentally dosed, but that's because they either accidentally or on purpose got into their parents' stash. It's not that anybody voluntarily was just handing out handfuls of edibles.
Also,
It's
stop
just
having
not
kids.
real.
This is what I wanted to talk about today.
Today's episode is brought to you
Why?
by Trojan
Yes.
Condoms. Hashtag tats over brats.
Great.
That's actually an idea I've had. Maybe we could do it with like the tattoo
kid is
collecting logo on
awesome.
one side of the wrapper and then
my
the tats over brats on the other side of the wrapper.
But my kid is awesome.
So we're making branded
Yeah,
condoms.
listen,
See?
the kids that are made right now, Neato torpedo, keep them ones, keep them, you know,
Just not
but
us.
no more.
Yeah, I was one and done. I always knew that.
Like-
well, this one came out cool. And I was like,
Yeah. I put all cool here. So
The
let's
next
go.
one turned out like,
Listen, I just don't have the time. You know what I mean? Like I have a snake to take care of. She gets her bubble baths, and that's all I have time for.
say you give your snake bubble bath.
Absolutely want to see.
You got to send the picture to Kyle.
I'm so sorry. I wouldn't.
No, just send it to Kyle. Okay.
Ooh. Okay, let me find it. Oh,
Do you and your snake hiss at each other?
that was my plan. I was
and
talking
flirt-
earlier.
Fork your tongues at each other?
Huh?
Nothing.
It's a bonding
She said,
exercise.
Oh, me and my snake? Like go like, ooh.
yeah.
Yeah, all the time. Don't be silly. Of course. I went. The first thing I did, I was like,
And it just looked at you like, okay.
okay, what's the thing I'm supposed to?
I wanna be a Superman.
Mess. Yeah. Heard.
Okay, so hear me out. I'm at Sheets and I'm like, hey, make me one of those super expensive Red Bull fucking slushy things, right? And the lady's like, cool, got you. Makes my drink and then leaves like half of it in the blender as she fills my cup. And I'm like, that's my Red Bull. The reason that drink is $7.50 and not $3 is because it includes the entire can of Red Bull. And I want that juice. Like I want that juice. And I didn't know how to not be a dick about it. I didn't know. So you know what I did? Fine, I just left. Because I was already inside because the first one they gave me was
Did
warm.
you like bring the other one with you, or did you just feel like, hi?
Well, hear me out. So I ordered the stuff. I went in, I picked it up. Mine was warm. I took a drink and I was like, why is this room temperature? It's supposed to be an ice drink.
Okay.
So I go back in and I ask him to remake it. And the lady was very polite about remaking it, but this is the Red Bull waster, right? So after I've already been like,
Dresser.
I've already been picky,
Yeah.
I'm already back in like, hey, this is gross, do it again. And they did willingly, but then I only got like half of my Red Bull.
Yeah, but maybe it's because you took a big drink the first time, and they were like, okay, well, you had that sip.
Stop it for a
They're
second.
keeping that, and you can have.
I didn't know how to complain without being an asshole.
They probably just weighed them. You know, there's a lot of tech going on in there.
Probably not. This lady gave 0 fucks. She was like, hold on.
And she's been doing this for years. She was like, this is good. There we go.
The store's been open for like 3 months and it's already garbage.
She's been doing this for years
Probably
in that
she's-
same location.
she's
She's
a
been
cheese
prepping for this.
implant.
Like,
She's been ready for
she
this.
knows
her
what she's doing. Maybe
whole-
you've just been getting the drinks wrong. You just don't know what you're ordering now, but she's doing it the right
That's
way.
probably true.
Yeah, you've been gaslammed.
Yeah, that's what. It just made me sad on the inside parts. And then I wanted more Red Bull immediately.
I think I'm good on this one.
Me too.
You good?
I mean,
You're like, now that I'm
there's
talking about Red Bull.
nothing else. Okay. I mean, if you guys just don't want
It's just getting a little harsh, and there's like that whole stack of not harsh ones right there.
just because there's more doesn't mean you waste this.
I don't want to waste it.
Do you
but
throw away the meat on the bone, Fawn?
if any,
Do you
I
throw
throw
away
away-
the fucking meat on the bone, Fawn?
All of it.
No, I smoke.
Do you
my
at least make
roaches.
stock with the bones?
You know I smoke my roaches. It's okay. Waste not, want not.
My
I
friend
buy
calls
stuff.
it the recycling.
I do
bin.
it
She
every once in a
throws them
while.
all in there.
I'm the one that inevitably always hits it too many times, and then I get that kick of like that harsh, hot hit when it hits the paper.
So here's the
So I
gig.
just didn't want to do that. This time.
Because I am also the guy that just to throw it in my lip and walk around and then realize like, oh shit, this is on fire on my face. I pack the end like soup's tight, so it'll generally kill the cherry before it gets to the
That was
end.
a weird sound you made when you said that.
What? Which one?
Soups. The way you said that was very weird.
Soups.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it real tight at the end so it puts out the cherry.
Mhm.
So most of the time, unless you're firing it, it'll go out.
Nice.
Just
Nice.
sorry, I didn't mean to kill the combo. I be.
My BG.
It's okay. It's all right.
So what's in the tattoo collecting inbox?
Well, that
Show me in your box, Kyle. I mean, show me your inbox. Wait,
What?
somehow it still feels dirty. Will you open the thing?
there's this guy that parodies Ink Master.
Okay, I've got that one here.
Both of these are pretty funny. Have you guys been watching any of the Ink Master stuff going on? I haven't. I
No.
haven't sat down and watched any of it. Not yet. I will. I need to, just for the sake of,
No one.
Rock Chocolate Fudge Man, please step forward. This is the tattoo you presented today. I really like the tattoo, clean lines, and the canvas look to it. Whoa, I love it. We actually have the canvas right here. This dude's coming in here telling me he loves my tattoo and then saying to the judges he hates it? What the man? I think I did a good job. You think you did a good job? Well, your tattoo is horrible! Look, man, your tattoo is okay. Where are your values, man? I can't even tell what I'm looking at. I would also not put that tattoo on my body. I would tell you the judges have spoken, and little J Rock Chocolate Fudge Man, you are not the next Ink Master.
That was always
Whatever,
my
man.
problem with
I don't
him.
need a title to tell me that I'm a good tattoo artist. Contestants, today you will have to tattoo
That's
somebody's
something.
body. Tattooing involves getting a
Navarro?
needle, dipping it in
Navarro.
ink, and then repeatedly
Navarro's
stabbing it
probably
into
like
somebody's
I don't
body.
think he's on it
This
this
challenge
season.
is not going to.
I'm sorry, you're probably so bored over there. Oh, heard. Okay. You're still working on your drawings. You're the best. You're the cutest. Bro, you're gonna do such a good job. She's been in a tattoo apprentice for 2 full weeks.
nice.
Yeah.
She
She's
said she
been-
dropped out of college, but not dropping out of this.
She's been doing some really cute drawings.
You can't draw stick people.
Try.
I've,
Do it right now. That was an exaggeration.
Try harder.
I
You
was
can.
an apprentice and still was
Mhm.
just like this is not true. They're like, draw this rose 1,000 times in the morning, you'll be able to draw. I'm like, okay.
Bro, what are you working on right now?
Tracing roses.
She's drawing roses right now. Yeah. She's not tracing them. She's just, huh? Yep.
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 That was my first real like
Mhm.
drawing assignment was like take this rose and trace it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Legit 1,000 times. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm trying to push for not just like the roses and like the sparrows and snakes, but just in general, learning how to do like traditional
Manipulate the
tattoos.
pencil.
Just like
Wow.
draw traditional tattoos until you get really good at that. You don't have to be like super creative yet. Like here's the thing, it's super cool if you are. Awesome.
Right.
But like the real thing is like without all the gatekeepy stuff, like just for funsies, you and me just hanging out in a very comfortable, safe tattoo environment. Funsies. We sit down with some like traditional tattoos, like a basic traditional tattoo flash sheet, and you just learn how to draw that. Just like, cool, can I make this line consistently stay that thickness? Let me
Right.
just be steady with my hand and let me follow the lines and just do the thing. And it's going to be kind of boring at first, because you're like, I want to draw all this crazy stuff and I want to put all the details into it,
Yep.
but you don't need to yet. That's not what we're doing.
You ain't there.
Yeah, like it's super cool that you can draw. Do that. Still keep doing that. Please
But
do that
this
because
is
it'll
making
help your tattoos.
tattoos,
But
right.
like you're doing something else right now. We're gonna like work on our tattoos. So like if you sit there and you work on your traditional line work,
I just want to share this with Ben.
Ball.
It says, "You oughter know."
stop it.
You.
That is the cutest.
I just get out to house.
Isn't it fantastic?
That's
A little inside joke between Ben and I. He's
It's not
actually
inside
still
joke
to
anymore.
this
You
day.
told everybody and their mom.
He's still to this day saved
Yeah.
in my phone as Ben Otterpaws Thomas. And he's like, you know how Keanu Reeves is always, he's known for like when he hugs somebody, he's always got his hand out invisible. Ben does something very, very similar, but it's just like this, like,
Only with hooers. Unwelcomed
it was
hooers.
just like, there was no more appropriate thing you could have done with your hands. And I
Well, dumping her on the concrete would have been inappropriate.
hurt her feelings.
I would have been sad
It would
because her
hurt
face would have been
feelings.
broken. It would have been my fault.
My respect for Ben grew that day.
I respect him.
We poked fun about the Keanu Reeves, like the Messiah hold on
Ye-
the sides.
ye-
That's what the otter paw thing
Not
means with
making
it.
body contact. Just
You are the only one making body
Dude,
contact.
we were outside smoking in Phoenix, and someone
minding
came
our
up,
own business.
just minding our own business on a private patio, mind you. No, I'm just kidding. And this wonderful young lady who I
Indeed.
still consider a friend, who may or may not have been slightly intoxicated, came and flung her bikini body on top of me as I sat in a lawn chair. They
I was
happily married man at
uncomfortable
the
watching
time.
this happen.
And it was one of those like, hey.
But his hands weren't touching her. They were
So I
just
just
like
get-
out.
They
here,
also
like,
they like drifted up and out, like hands down, but like, okay, now I'm holding it. Please stop. I'm gonna slide you onto my knees. And then we're gonna balance. Hey, now it's awkward for you, right? Not awkward.
So you guys said that your anxiety is like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna like sit here and do my thing and go off of people who like get into my bubble. But you know how like some of those people like slide into your bubble and you're like, oh, how'd you get in here?
What happened?
I'm having
Suddenly we're
my adrenaline. So it's like, oh God, I can't stop fucking talking. And I have to go talk to everybody and make weird jokes and like just be awkward and
I have to
goofy.
make sure you're awkward too. So I'm bringing the awkward full
Yeah,
force.
I'm like,
And once we click on that awkward level, you're in.
I'm a new school artist. So it's like I'm a new school artist. I'm like, more fun. You guys letting us know?
I could see that.
Yeah, so it's really bad. So usually what happens is I get like groups of like people that are like just super groovy people who are like introverted. And then I just like I have those groups all over the place, right? And then like at certain times those people will just meet each other. Then I get like nice little hives of like really groovy people. I'm just really good at like introducing really cool people to other really cool people.
Then next thing you know, they're hanging out. You're getting pictures of them at the boat dock, just having the best day ever, where you didn't get invited. Their house. Just hot as fuck, wanting to be on a boat. This isn't a specific thing, but it's very specific. No one's. I just say like things like that do happen. So
did I go booking without you?
No.
Like, did you want to go with any of the kayak groups? 'Cause there's
I
an invite.
I got a yak
Big fan.
My goodness.
song.
Does it have candy in it?
Yes.
Really?
So I got everything squared away with taco and was driving it home and blew the radiator.
Oh.
So we're just gonna go ahead and do everything
Do you need it?
and just fix everything on it. That's not
Fix it.
just do all the things. But my point in that being, when I switched the plates over, I got fucking Smokey the Bear plates.
What do you mean Smokey the Bear plates?
I mean, motherfucking Smokey the Bear is gonna be on my license plate.
I didn't know that was an option.
He's just gonna be there with his hat and his Smokey the Bear face.
I'm gonna
being
show her where
smoky.
the bathroom is.
No,
Listen, girls go to the bathroom together. I
It's-
also kind of have
it's the room with the toilet.
She's
Nice.
never been here. She's a baby.
She's a baby.
She's just a baby.
You know, both.
That's the
bathrooms are
parking
down there,
lot,
right?
but that's
Yeah,
cool too.
Yes. Well,
Back to the sushi.
I did Grace in Motion. Yeah, I didn't know Smokey Bear the plate was an option either, but it's a good time. I went to the title office and the BMV in less than 45 minutes
Hot diggity.
and was just like, I had to do all the things where all the vehicles needed their things and all the things needed the things. And there was a list of stuff. And the chick was just like, say less, son, and did it all for me. And I was just like, wait, you just know how to, and we can just, she's like,
As much as we hate the BMV, it's really gotten streamlined, hasn't
it
it?
was amazing fun.
Mhm.
Did the 2 years. I don't have to go to the back of the BMV for 2 years. It kicks
just
me in the
did-
nuts at the moment. I was like, ouch.
I just did
But
8.
then it was like,
I have two more years on my tags, and then I just did 8 years on my license.
oh, the federal ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did that too.
Yep. I couldn't believe it already been 4 years since last time.
Sneaks up on you. The one that always got me was the concealed handgun licensing, but now fucking Ohio is like, you know what? We don't need any type of certification.
Maddie's got the lighter.
I threw one to her friend as well, which was the
She
extra.
just brought it to the.
Do you need me to grab one from the table?
I think Ben's getting one.
I'm
That's
working
got
on
one.
it, but there's no.
It's okay. So be patient with the universe. It's all right. There we go. It'll work. Hey Ben,
Hey, Fox.
did you ever know that you're my hero?
Why? Why? Why would you? What's?
You're everything I wish I could be.
You can be my hero, baby.
Ben, you are the wind beneath my wings. Coming in clutch with the lighter every time.
I am just also a stoner, and generally like to be prepared to consume materials, and having all the things to be able to do that helps a lot in that process.
There are lighters in my backpack over there, but
still
it was
have
all the way
one.
over there. Hmm.
Don't tell stoners that will start pocketing your shit. Be like, did I
What?
hear you say you had an ex? Because now you're down by 1.
Dude.
It's subconscious. They don't mean to. I'm not calling them thieves directly by name, but it's fucking thieves. But yeah, it happens. It's a subconscious battle.
I know I've definitely given Jordan a hard time on air about being a lighter thief.
For sure. Like hard.
I think that problem has
He
kind of
was-
resolved itself.
He was the name I wasn't trying to mention.
Lighters stay on the table for a long time now.
Huh.
So
Yeah.
just giving credit where credit's due.
Proud
Sometimes
of you, buddy.
bad habits can be broken.
Proud of you, buddy.
Good job.
I even do walk off with the lighter, but usually when I notice, I give it my best shot to bring it back. Put it where
Yeah,
it
I got a
belongs.
random one in my box the other day that I need to bring back. I found it. I meant to bring it with me, but might stop at the house. It's like 4 seconds. That's not mine. It's like a Edgar Allan Poe lighter or something like that.
Does that have like a raven on it?
Yeah,
Oh, that's where that one went.
I got it. Here. My bad. There you go. My B,
It's
homie.
easy to figure it
My
out.
B.
Just jump down the
It was in my box. I was
trail
like,
a little bit.
where did you come from?
So Kyle has a road trip coming up this month.
Where you going, Kyle?
Hyperspace.
Where's that at, Kyle?
Illinois.
Illinois.
Southern
Southern
Illinois,
Illinois.
Southern.
middle of nowhere,
5 hours.
down a little
And
windy
you're
road.
gonna
Get tattooed.
by just like this no name person in the middle of nowhere
Yeah, that's what I think. it
driving
is.
out of state for a street shop.
Yeah. No, I'm going to see Guy.
Nice.
Guy Atchison, the founder of the platform that we're on.
Oh, that guy.
Oh, that
You're allowed to
guy.
name drop.
Oh,
You know
that
that.
guy.
Yeah. I was trying to be subtle.
Wasn't working for me.
No, it's
We're
okay.
very direct. We've always been very direct, Kyle.
Yeah. No, I'm
Um,
going to get tattooed by Guy soon though.
What are you getting worked on?
I have no clue. I'm figure out when we get there, kind of.
What area? I have no clue.
I have like a couple spots in mind, but I don't know. I'm kind of just open for whatever.
Bruh.
The other riblets.
Bruh.
I don't know if I want to go into the riblets again. I
Yeah.
just got that done. I'll do the armpit.
I believe in you. Regardless of what you do, have fun, dude.
Yeah. No, I think it'll be a great experience to finally be out there and see a lot of this stuff in person.
You're gonna love it. It's gonna be probably less colorful. I bet by the time you get out there, all the leaves will be down, but it's still beautiful. That he's got like this full stone, like fountain and pond
It
to
got
like stare at.
it got too cold too fast. All the leaves are down.
Today was pretty beautiful, and I
Yeah.
think tomorrow and the next day are supposed to be nice.
Yeah, but it went from, hey, it's 90 to like 30s at night there for like 3 weeks,
Yeah.
and all the trees are like, fuck it. It was dumb. I was wading in leaves.
I feel like in the time that I went out to Massachusetts last week for the Jiminy Peak event, like those 3 days that I was there, when we got to the mountain, everything was like yellow and golden and orange. And then like the next day it was like just yellow. And then the next day it was just like sparse patches of yellow, and then it was bare
That's so
on the morning that
cool
we left.
driving back from out west it was like, oh, everything's like starting to fall. It's like greens and a little touch of yellows. And then like you literally watched the season get deeper as I drove to Ohio. Got to Ohio and I was like, everything's dead.
Everything.
It happens.
The fog today was kind of crazy in the city.
The fog was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I
today
could
on the
not
top
see
of
a
the
quarter
mountain.
mile in front of me when I was driving this morning.
I woke up and looked out of my hammock and couldn't see 10 feet in front of me. And I was like, I'm just gonna sleep. It was nice.
I love the aesthetic though. Just looking into the fog and watching things vanish. It's very comforting.
Sleeping in the clouds.
That was kind of spooky.
The fog?
No, that description.
Kyle's just kind of spooky.
I know, I liked it. It was like comforting, but it was kind of like, oh, yeah,
Just get lost in the void. Just sucked into the abyss, you know?
he's like,
Stop talking, Kyle. Less words. Less words.
Are you just going out for a few days?
I think just the one.
You gonna get a hotel and stay there?
I was gonna car camp it.
Ouch. Do you want some
love
gear?
car camping.
You gonna actually stop somewhere, or are you just gonna sleep in your fucking car?
Sleep in the car.
Let me
This
hit
is
you
what
with some
you need a
camp
van.
tips.
Yeah, I'm very aware.
He said yes.
It's a future plan.
I like your.
Man, having a van would be nice.
Yeah, I'm a long ways off from that though.
If I don't plan on sleeping in my vehicle, it's not necessarily cheaper to drive my van, but like if I calculate the money I save on hotels by sleeping in my van when I travel, totally worth it.
I learned that one the hard way coming out to Ohio, because like gas bills was nothing for me, but like staying in rooms for 4 nights, that was a much higher budget than I thought it was going to be.
Campgrounds all the way.
Mhm.
I'm gonna pull up and give you $6 and bust the tent out of my trunk and blow up my double-decker fucking air mattress on high at 10 o'clock at night. Look at the dude at the site next to me and tell him to fuck up. I don't care. And I'm gonna pass out. That's how you travel, bud. Just leave your shit in your car. You don't need it until the morning. Tent, air mattress, maybe a blanket if you're bougie, you know. Pass the fuck out. Some state parks are, $20-25. I know that's dipping into the budget a little, but like they're always right off the fucking freeway. There's signs for miles for them. They're a different color. They're brown.
Sleep in rest stops and Waffle House.
Like I'm hearing
Okay,
you.
so here's
done
what
all
let's
that.
say. I gotta throw my strategy out there for anybody who's traveling, but especially women who might be traveling alone. So what I do, like if you're traveling, you gotta like stop and use the restroom and like do all the things before you actually like go to bed at night, right? So I do that at a truck stop, and then I drive a little further. And well, then I drive a little further, and then I stop at the next truck stop and I park, and I don't get out of my vehicle, and I draw the blinds so nobody knows who or how many are in my vehicle. And I usually park immediately under a light.
Oh yeah, I park under a light too.
You're welcome, Kyle.
Yeah, I'll write that one down.
Kyle, you can do that
So
too.
it takes me like sometimes you could just go like kitty corner to another lot, but just that way nobody knows A, that I'm alone, or B, that I'm a female. Like I don't,
So the other day,
It's a really easy
I
thing.
slept in my car a couple times. My husband is the best person in the whole world. And I was in Columbus and I got very intoxicated at the Marines ball. Remember earlier when I said sometimes I like to just act up like you thought I was going to anyway. Why not? Listen, I do not drink and I did not eat all day. So I was like, let's do this thing. And I was high as hell. I was like, let's go. And I roll up into the Marines ball and everyone's like hanging out. And I had like 4 Smirnoff ices. And every time I was in the elevator, I was like, take it back. And I was like drinking a Smirnoff ice. Cause listen, I forgot that I aged a year and now everything hurts me.
First of all, you started with Smirnoff Ice. Glad you had
But it and then half a handle of Jack because why not? Half baby, we don't do anything half-ass except for that Jack.
Still.
Listen, it was really bad. Really bad. We'll get to it because listen, I'm about to out myself because the thing I do with my anxiety is when I embarrass myself, I'm like, God, I have to tell everybody so no one else can hear about it but me telling you. So here we go. Don't tell anybody, go. Oh no!
Don't tell anybody. YouTube.
Let's do this thing. All right. Make me a meme, baby.
She just scoots.
Get in there.
We gotta get this.
Okay. Please take this. So here I am at the Marines ball, chugging the Jack as one does. No chaser because I have anxiety and didn't know how to ask for a drink. So I was like I can talk to people, I can be really loud, I can like make friends, but like if I have to go talk to someone at the bank or like ask somebody for something, like go fuck yourself. I would never. But I will just embarrass myself in front of people every day. Let's go. I have no fun. Let's go. So let's go.
See, I'm the opposite.
Oh God, it's so bad. I wish I
Ben
could just be
this
quiet
Mr.
about it.
Phone voice that he puts on.
Yeah, my public persona is pretty easy. So you can always just default to polite.
No, I
There's
wish I
script.
could. Instead, I'm
It's
just
like-
like, hi, oh my God, let's be friends. Let me tell you everything I've ever done that was bad.
The-
So no one else ever tells you. So here I am at the Marines ball, drinking all the alcohol, had 4 beers because I got these drink tickets. I walk up very confidently, snatch some drink tickets out of Marine's hand. He said, I have 5 drink tickets. I said, now you have 3 drink tickets. And I took them and I was like, let's go, let's do this thing. I go over, I buy all the beers, I drink. I'm sick. At Cincinnati. This weekend. This last weekend. Yeah, good about it. Do you know Jolly? Because he's the one that I was sitting right next to you while I was doing it. And maybe that was the one you knew. I don't know. It'd be wild as hell. We'd be like, hi. And we'd be like, wow, we know each other kind of.
We're making games.
So anyway, here we are at the table doing our thing. And I am like on a FaceTime call and I like take a drink as one does, and then I just puke at the Marine ball on the table, a little on the table, not gonna lie to you. And yeah,
She did it.
yeah,
Hey, you want this back? You get it back.
it was really bad. So I was like, thanks guys. That was perfect for me. I love that I embarrassed myself at the Marines ball. But yeah, it was really cool for me.
Well, at least it wasn't one of the forbidden bodily functions.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Way to bring it up, Fawn.
Yeah, way to break your own rule, huh?
When I was, we'll say 17, I catered a wedding that was at a private location for the people that owned the property. And they paid us in liquor. So I was thoroughly intoxicated, serving food and yeah.
Oh no.
Three-
Not serving.
3/4 of the way through the night, I get introduced to the mayor. And I remember just going, I could say no words. He's like, nice to meet you. And I'm like, Hi. I've been drinking since like 10 in the afternoon. It's probably 7 o'clock at night, you know. It was one of those. Okay. The one guy you don't really want to piss off in your local small. I graduated 73 people in my class. Like, he's probably one of my friend's dads, you know. It was weird.
I
I didn't puke on
shit like
him,
that.
but it was weird.
Puke on anybody, to be clear. Did not.
Just next to him.
Except for the poor people that had to clean that up.
Felt so bad, really, but it was mostly, yeah, they had to clean that up. And then listen, when I tell you I was sprinting in these thigh-high boots down the hallway, falling down, like it was a bad situation.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
If I ever go to the Marine Ball, I'm going to see if you're there. I'll know where to party.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My best friend's trying to get me to go back next year. He's like, come on.
Yeah, you're already on the
Please.
guest list.
He's like, please, because I always go every year.
You extra drink
No,
tickets.
having a real date sucks because then you have to be like, oh, it's like prom for you again. Like, that's boring. Just bring me, because I was like, all right, cool. Let's just go run around and get drunk and listen. I'll be messy, and if anyone gets in trouble, I'll be like, oh yeah, it was that girl's fault. And then the next year, I'll just cover up all my tattoos and put like stuff in, and I'll just go back and be messy again.
I'll be normal and drunk.
Like, it's
What?
always one girl. Lo and behold,
Nothing.
same
You
for-
bring the
that'd be
worst
the-
date. You're
that
all
would be- that would be the best social experiment every year. Like, it'd be you, but like totally different. I feel like it's been a year since I
You know
cut
what?
my
I'm doing it
dreads off.
next year. I'm doing
There
it.
is always kind of like a little social experiment going on. Like when I had my big dreadlocks, like if I wore them up and under a hat and went in somewhere versus like wearing them down with like all the beads and like get totally different kind of attention.
I
Yeah.
still want to do full cover up makeup and then go to like Brooks Brothers and buy over the shoulder sweaters and shit, and then go test drive cars. Because when I walk onto a car lot, they're like, we're gonna run your credit first, which is fine.
Don't
But
even
it's
say
just-
that to me and act
it's
like
the
that's not
assumptions.
something that's relatable. Because I'm like,
no one's yeah, like, so I really want to do like the full makeup cover, and
do
then
it, please.
We'll make a video out of it.
Make some segments out of this.
Yuppied up.
I'll do it.
We'll do
See
like,
if we can go test drive Porsches or something.
what would be the opposite of high class white trash?
That is my life.
Well, right, but we could do like
I've been
slash.
there.
It could be like the high class white trash versus the whatever the square version of Ben would be called. What would that version be?
I don't know that, man. We would have to invent him.
Well,
I don't, you don't put me on the spot.
you care.
I know.
Hit this.
Right,
Come on. Okay, what would be the opposite, the flip side of the coin to high class white trash?
Low class rich guy.
Hmm.
I like that.
It doesn't have the same tone.
But
Well, like, we're getting there.
Hmm. It's white trash.
What? I can't. What? We're trying to think of the opposite of the high class white trash. I knew where we were. Low class,
Mishmash?
mid.
Why you look?
That's better than what we came up with
It
for
is.
sure, which was nothing. So I don't know.
This is gonna be a segment though. It's gonna be like the deliberate social
Can we
experiment.
work douche
The
into the
tattoo
title somewhere? I was like, I think that should apply.
imply that people that don't have tattoos are douches, but like
Yes, I do.
I ran up on like this lady on accident at the like. There's just certain things I have to like be careful about. I have to be like, incoming. I'm coming back.
Hi.
Second. Don't be scared. Like, I don't know what to say. But like, I had this lady and she was just taking up the whole aisle. And I was like, get through. And I was like, oh, excuse me, sorry. And she goes, oh, no problem, honey. And she like moves the cart. And then she like turns, looks, and she goes, and I was like, oh
Yes, ma'am.
Like, no. Yeah, people are always like, do kids give you weird looks? I'm like, no, they think I'm a Monster High doll. It's kind of cool. All the time. It's so cool. Are you leaving? I'll be right back. It's you already.
She's always bounce on me. Say that. My favorite, it's always people that are like don't say anything, but they'll just start like touching you.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they'll just grab your tattoos like,
move you, or
oh.
like start lifting or like moving. And I'm like, hey, hi, I'm a human fucking being. How are you today? Can we
Yep.
maybe talk
Eyes up here.
before you physically handle me in the grocery store?
Mm-hmm.
I have this, I don't want to say elderly because I don't feel rude. This old lady was trying to lift up my pant leg, like literally like lifting
What a
up my
client
shorts.
do that the
And
other
I'm like,
day.
ma'am, you're about to see things nobody in Kroger needs to see. And she literally went like, oh. I'm like, yeah,
Stop.
hi.
Yeah.
I can't leave. You've got me
Quit.
trapped in the checkout
Yeah.
aisle. Like,
Can I go?
stop.
Yeah, no,
Little
I
touch. Did I invite you to rub your fingers up and down my skin?
no.
That's weird.
Look, you're not touchy.
That's like that's weird.
My husband has a blacked out arm because like he had terrible tribal on his arm when we first got together. I was like, God, I love you already, but I can't be seen like that. We're gonna get people think I did that. People think I did that. Never. I got too many tattoos on my face to let you run around with that. No way. So I had to start immediately blacking it out. And listen, tribal can be cool. This was done in a kitchen. This was not cool, tribal.
I hear
Tribal
the excuse
can
you're
be
trying to
cool.
make,
But
but yeah, I'm with you. Kitchen tribal is even worse.
it's so bad.
You know what's funny is
His kitchen tribal was really bad.
it wasn't just
Oh,
kitchen tribal.
Oh god, it's so bad.
So what's funny is Fawn and I will go out in public and everybody assumes that I'm like a man tattooer.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, your old man do that. And it cracks me up to my core.
Yeah.
Because it's like, no, like actually it's
People ask him that all the
the
time too.
other
Yeah.
way around. And I don't tattoo.
Always.
It's we'll be at conventions, we'll be like, where's your booth? I'm like, the fuck are you talking about?
Me?
Guest wristband on.
Me?
It's my favorite.
I love it.
It's my favorite.
People are always like, "Oh, you tattooing her?" And he's like, "No, she's tattooing me." And or like I said, like the blackout, the touching. He's like at the grocery store getting stuff wrapped, like guacamole. And this lady,
Name
like
drop.
guacamole. He makes the best guac. Anyway, God, I wish he was here. I would say guacamole, and this man is just the best. He would just be like, boom, guacamole. Like
Yeah, man, it's like-
he would have it. He tells me all the time he's not real. He says he's imaginary, and maybe. Maybe. So, but anyway, the guac. He's like raging for all the avocados and shit, and she just like touches his arm. It just like grazes it, and he goes, "Oh." It's back on.
My bad. Was that
like,
your particular avocado?
She's like, "Is this a tattoo?" You're like, yeah.
No, ma'am. I was born this way. Little baby Jesus came down from heaven, and you know what you need, son? One velvety black arm.
Coming right up.
Yes, ma'am. Born this way, just like Michael Jackson. How do you?
It's a
entertain-
pleasure.
How do you entertain that? How do you even fucking entertain that?
I don't know. He was just like, he's so awkward and cute. He just goes,
Just don't.
"Okay, thank you." Yep. It just kind of like moves away. It's so good. He said he wants to go to the tanning bed and then be like,
Look what you did to me!
"I told you 2 minutes." Are these new balls?
I was in here tanning one arm, and what had happened was, how do you explain
said-
that one?
No, he said he
I
wants to
fell
throw.
asleep with one arm
No,
in.
just wants to throw one arm out the door. Just be like, "Hey,
We need
balls?"
to stop. I'm gonna need to see man and smoke.
You would love him. He's the best. He's got big stoner energy, does
Yeah.
not smoke. Does not smoke. Not a bit. But he like made me a spreadsheet of all these different weeds at the dispensary that I go to.
First of all, you just said he made you a weed spreadsheet.
He's the cutest.
See, he's
I love him
amazing.
so much.
It's effort.
Yeah, absolutely. I would build 2 houses for him. I have very little time, but I would build 2 houses for him if he wanted them.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm happy with my shack. You made a shack. I'm just
No,
kidding.
2 houses. I'm
Yeah, I
talking
hear you. I hear you.
homes,
You have
baby.
dedication. That's amazing. I
Chip and Joanna Gaines.
do. I do, however, now once.
Oh my God, me too. How are you?
Do you hear me, sir? I would not be upset.
Look directly
when
at
we meet. There was indeed this amazing guacamole that has been now so hyped.
Mhm. He's pretty hyped too.
I'm just gonna go on a limb here. Anybody that has matched souls with you would probably need to be also energy reciprocating.
He's not. He's just kind of like chili beans. Every once in a while, we stim at the same time, and we'll be like, "Wah, wah, 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 wah," and like making weird sounds because we both have ADHD. So we'll be like just bouncing it back off of each other and like making weird like telephone sounds to each other. Soulmate. And this is my forever person. I've got no qualms with anything now. I'm like, oh yeah, because no one's gonna make telephone noise.
You know what? You know that thing you do? You know that thing you do? It's that telephone.
Telephone noise. BB.
That's
But,
hilarious.
But that's what we do back and forth. So
You know, I'm really waiting for ADHD to stop being classified, because I'm finding that as a normal human being that grew up with the same amount of distractions as everybody else in the world, that you either have it or you don't admit that you have it.
yeah.
So like there's this weird thing that when we would take off that like there's something different nomenclature and just like that, no, that's just a person and that's how we work as a group. Because like I'm gonna say 18 to how old am I? Fucking we'll call it 40. I'm not there yet, but like that bracket of people, I don't know one of them that's not a touch on the ADHD spectrum,
So
because we all grew up in the 30-second ad generation.
recently I jumped down the Enneagram rabbit hole, as I do sometimes, like when I'm just being lazy and
Nobody
doing
else
videos on there.
Oh,
I've mentioned this before, but it's like this personality, this 9 different personality system.
which I
Anyways,
always wanted to do.
one of the things that caught my attention in this group of videos that I was watching was very often somebody that is diagnosed with ADHD just happens to be a level 9 personality type, or a person that's diagnosed with ADD might happen to be an 8 personality type. So it's actually like, rather than being a dysfunction, it's actually just part of your personality
Right.
type and how you process
Right.
data and or emotional information around you.
Well, it's the same as like, okay, so I'm super fucking dyslexic. That doesn't, when I grew up, that was considered a learning disability, and it's I'm not dumb. I just have to look at information in a different way. So when you start taking that, there's something different other than there's just a new way. It changes how that information is transferred.
Mhm.
Instead of it being like, well, I'm gonna break it down for Junior in the corner.
Mhm. Well, and then like the other thing is like, just because somebody's brain is bouncing to all these different things, it doesn't necessarily mean that like it's a malfunction. It's almost
No.
like, when a certain personality type develops around like a chaotic environment where they're constantly like the person that's trying to keep the peace for the sake of keeping the peace. So, okay, that would be like a 9 personality type, for instance.
For instance.
She's about to get nerdy real quick.
I was trying to figure out what mine was.
It's a 7.
I
Not even dead.
I thought it was more of a
Rolling to sling.
I mean, not once you understand the motivations of each personality type. But anyways, so this personality type usually develops early, like with a lot of chaos early on, and they tend to like try to keep the peace. And that's kind of what like directs like the early development of this personality type. So in trying to keep the peace, they're hyper aware of everything around them. Like if from like a young age, you're the kind of person that's constantly like just watching all the people and taking in all the conversations at the same time, how do you think that develops as you get older? You're constantly taking more and more in as your brain gets more aware of what's going on around you. So that turns into constant noise, but it's you're actually being hyper aware so that you can spring into action to keep the peace at any moment.
I hear you 100%.
I'm just saying, for instance,
that
that's
makes-
just
that
kind of
makes
like
perfect
down
sense
that
because-
rabbit hole.
your brain is designed to receive and send information, right? So when it gets used to sending and receiving in a certain pattern, it's how it continues to look for that same information. It's the same reason slot machines work, right?
Mhm.
So the bells and the whistles that trigger the dopamine of when you win and you don't win are the same things that you start to seek, and those lights then start to draw you
Mhm.
towards happen, blah, 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 right? That's why the bigger the game, the bigger the light, the bigger the noise, the bigger the bell, the bigger the prize, right?
Oh my gosh, that was so fast. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get her
Wait till you
jacket
Bing, ding, 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 ding.
because
movie
sitting on this
phone
chair is
voice.
hurting my butt. So I'm trying to get her jacket so I can sit on it. So
Dude,
now it
there's-
just looks like I'm just really sitting on
There's
my
like
phone.
there's like so many other chair options.
Oh no, you're great. Can I? Oh my gosh, thanks. I was just like wiggling over here a lot.
There's other chairs too.
Oh man, that seems like a lot of work, brother.
Kyle,
I
it's not work for me. Don't worry.
no. I meant for me. I was
No,
expecting
no,
to get it myself.
Want to trade me chairs?
Kyle, would you please get her a more comfortable chair?
Hey, they're trading chairs.
I'm just like wiggling over here, like.
Bet.
Why are you up?
Hold on.
Wait.
Huh?
That's
No, but it's super cute. I thought this was the new one, and I was like, tango, tango, tango. Oh, he was hitting with those. I was like, sorry.
It's getting real.
Did you see that big bus? It's
Real out here.
Big deal.
Oh yeah, that chair's way more comfortable.
Rewind us back 48 seconds to tell us what we're talking about.
Hold on. Wait. We were talking about personality types.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yes.
So-
Please let me get untangled from you.
Ben was talking super fast.
Oh yeah, that was so fast, man.
Probably why I don't remember. It comes out quick.
The bigger the prize. That was the end of it.
Oh no, it's the same reason. Like, so that's why Facebook ads work. That's why Instagram ads work. They've all been dulled down to this 30-second fast jump of information because their brains have now been timed and triggered to receive things faster because we're continually looking at more opportunities and more things and more environments all the time. So you grew up in this chaotic state of mind. Not only are you paying attention to screens, but you're paying attention to what's going on around you. So they've catered advertisement to that same style of brain function. And again, it all goes back to like bells and whistles. Like it's how your brain is triggered. So if you're used to being in that always seeking, always needing more, your brain's not set, you find ways to put yourself into that chaotic state. So you feel like you're getting what you need mentally, right? Like that's where ADD or ADHD or all that start. It's like it's a goddamn screens, people.
Calm it down.
Go
Calm
turn your phone
it
off
down.
and put your feet in the dirt for a little while.
You know, that does help. It really does.
Listen,
Did I mention we got lost in the woods today?
You know what's funny is I went on a 5-mile fucking hike at full speed to be able to get Lil from
Just
school
to be
because
like,
and then they got lost at the fucking city park. It made me laugh because I was like, I don't know what I did. And I'm out in my flip-flops jouncing through the park. It was a good time. It made me chuckle on the inside parts.
yeah,
It made me chuckle on my
like I
inside
said,
parts.
we were like looking up and we were talking like
Uh-huh.
photography tricks and like showing those videos. We weren't paying any attention to like the little landmarks or anything. So we like got to the sign at with the map at the opposite corner of the park and we're like, oh, okay. And that was right when you and Em were texting. So I was like, okay, which circle are we on right now?
what happened.
Whoops.
So I'm like, okay, let's go this way.
The question I
That was
asked
not
her
the right
was,
way.
did you go clockwise or counterclockwise? Do you want to know what her answer was?
Great. Like she even asked me, and I was like, I don't know how to answer that question.
It made me laugh.
Took the trail to the right.
I think we're walking to an entrance. Okay. All right. So
Which one?
there's a view.
Oh no, wait. 2 loops, split crisscrossed. Yeah, we were unaware. That was
It just made me laugh.
if I was under the impression it just looped around. I didn't realize that there was going to be another trail that we intersected that could lead us into a whole nother
No one looked
place.
at a map. That's what I'm hearing.
I just thought it was a loop. I just took for granted that it was a loop, and I didn't pay any attention to my surroundings
See what happens when
whatsoever.
you stay sober.
You're
You get
right.
lost in the fucking
You're
woods,
right.
Spawn.
You know, it's funny.
You'd
I
have
was-
had your medicine.
I
You'd have
was
been
just
thinking
talking about
clearly.
this story.
Medication.
With
Medication.
when I was in Tampa with Derb at the crazy convention, the Ink the Bay. We hung out with Chris Taylor, and I was talking, like, we were just like bantering as we were like standing in the smoking garage smoking weed, as we do.
Weeds Myers.
That's what we do. But anyways, I was talking about like my name being Fawn and how I feel like sometimes when it comes to like deer, I feel like there's almost like an intuitive connection, like where it's like, you know, it could be a stoner thing, it could not be. And I was like, it just never fails. Like I could be like paying attention or not paying attention, but I'll just be like, you know, you should slow down. Deer could be up here. And usually within a few hundred yards, we see deer, like usually within a quarter mile of like just getting this feeling, I see them. And I was telling Chris the story, and he was like, you know, he's a talker. So he tells another story and then he jumps back and he's like, you know, you grew up in the woods, right? Yeah. And he points out that like maybe just growing up playing in the woods allowed me to like understand where the paths of animals were, where water flows, what the trees look like how the land moves is like it gets to the area.
Just
the trees are more
subconsciously you're
likely
like,
to be-
I'm in the land of my people.
Yeah, so like subconsciously, without even paying attention to my surroundings, just by noticing the change of the land, it just lets me know there's likely to be deer moving because there's probably going to be water ahead, or
So
you know, like maybe I can tell there's a body of water here and a group of trees over there, or you know what I mean, like
There
those
is
kind of
a,
things where you notice but don't notice.
Right. there's
Wait,
a-
you explained that felt like a meditation video, and I really liked it. Would subscribe.
just saying we could have missed.
Sorry.
There is
No, it was good. I was feeling it, and like I'm a very like if someone like talks about something, I like have pictures in my head because I'm
she's watching it. She's
so I was like, this show's a dream. Like I'm in. Oh,
You're watching like the sunset.
Mm.
Deer ahead. Is that a bunny?
So we drive this particular road to take LV to their daycare, you know, and there's a deer crossing sign, and every time we get up to it, she goes, "Dad, slow down, there's deer." And you know, every fucking time, not only is there deer, there's like 10 of them.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the middle of Whitehall.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck these deer live?
I don't know. Maybe you got a little like in touch
Can-
tune.
Can I hunt them?
Okay, so
no.
just because like you've been in this weird sharing mood lately on air.
What?
Last week we were talking about your co-parenting, and today I kind of got to listen in on you guys like rehashing the conferences. Ben's got a superhuman kid.
I
I'm
am.
just throwing that out there.
My kid's pretty cool.
Like
That's why we stopped at one.
they're doing something right.
The next one would have been a lot like me. So I'm not sure what quite you're saying, but yeah, sure.
Chemistry said.
Well, we were just talking about
No,
you
what
guys
you're saying, like, I heard what you
co-parenting last
said,
week, but it was just cool to hear you guys like discussing how successful you apparently are making the co-parenting situation.
Yeah. Her teachers came up to both of us now at this point and been like, "Hey, your kid's pretty fucking cool." And we're like, "Yeah, we know. Like, she's a cool kid." They're like, "No."
No, she's like our favorite.
So the verbiage they gave to him in writing
In writing, that
was
makes it official.
was an exemplary example of the peer mentoring program. And I was just like, my little baby. But like getting in on that track right off, like she's in fucking preschool. And I know that like all parents think their kids are cool, and I try not to be like extra about it, but like she better get a good job because I want like the like plushy retirement place. Like I need hot nurses and like a swimming pool. Okay, I'm not staying.
Hot nurses
I-
and a
I'm
swimming
not staying at the Junkie to
pool.
McJunk.
Put up a list, Kyle.
Like, daddy gonna need a nice return. Somebody poor.
Daddy want a big breakfast.
Daddy want a big breakfast. Sure, she was cool as fuck. Concerned about me, but look how cool as fuck she is. Now go do something amazing. No pressure.
No pressure.
I want to live vicariously through you.
God, so healthy.
It is. I'm a bundle of health. I don't know if you noticed that. I do all things to make myself
Oh, Ben.
healthy.
My girlfriend's daughter is pretty cool. She's like the dopest little person.
She is. She's a little person, and we never babied her. There was never like a goo goo gaga phase. There was never like a we're not
like we're supposed to talk to like a person.
we're not gonna do that because we've got a child. No, like if we wanted to go do the thing, we took our kid with us,
right,
and did whatever the fuck it was with our kid. And now you can pretty much put her in any situation. Like, this is what we're doing. Put your earmuffs on. It's gonna be loud. And she's like, she's a lot of fun. She figured out that communication was the key to getting what she wanted early, and she focused on that. She was like, "So if I'm able to tell you what I want, you'll do it." She could sign by 6 months old. It was until she was like, "Bro, hello, I said milk. I'm hungry. The fuck." See, kid. So yeah, it's been awesome.
But yeah, you throw little tidbits and stuff out there. So I figured that's something worth celebrating.
So great job to you.
Yeah.
You're doing
Good job.
wonderful.
No, it's one thing because you're always like, but no, like my kid's cool. But then when their teachers are like, thanks. I just, just
It's that validation.
The day my snake learned how to like flip the little drain hook and pull it out and try to go down the drain. She's getting so smart.
You're gonna like hot glue it in? How does that work?
I don't know. It's just when she does her little bath time. But now I have to be more safe. I'm probably gonna have to get her a little baby.
Did you send bubbly snake videos to Kyle?
He
Why?
showed it already.
I missed
You
it.
were talking.
Ben, I put up
Bring
every
those
single thing that you've talked
back
about.
up.
Put it back up.
Bring the snake bath up.
Bring the snake bath
my
back up.
tattoo back was like
That chair really is more comfortable. Maybe I should
yeah.
just get some of those for
I
it.
sucked all the way in. But I was all the way back here. Look at her.
Look at
Her name is Jello. Because she has a wobbly neck. They said she has a neurological issue. I said, me too, baby.
Very right.
My husband was like, I like went and bought all this stuff for the snake, and I was like, I'm coming back for you. About it. And like the store, I was like, I'm gonna make a good home for you first. So then he surprised me with it right before I got my tongue split so he could hang out
Nice.
while I was healing.
Nice. Good bonding.
So now like every time I get up in the morning, I'm like, good morning, snake.
If
And she like
there's-
comes out of her little cubby and she's like, like trying to get me.
One more thing that I have to feed that is introduced into my life, I might cry.
I have a beta too.
See, I could.
His name's Cheech.
No.
He pretends he's dead a lot.
I have a beta that I'm a little concerned with right now. He has always done great in a community tank. You know how it's like hit or miss with betas.
Mhm.
Anyways, he's been a little
Miss.
Is he being a little sus?
Little miss.
so he's hiding in the corner. He's less social and his tail isn't looking as beautiful as usual.
Okay. Is he your age
Just
that he's in a
old.
community tank right now?
I'm thinking
Move
to
him-
isolate
Yeah.
him.
Isolate him and then put tons of little places for him to hide in there.
Oh yeah, and this is a heavily planted tank.
Yeah. So like that's what I would do. I just put him like in a really small one with like tons of little plants and then start giving him the little drops to help his tail get real bright. That's what Harry does with
What I'll
ours.
probably do
Just
is
a tail
just,
bright
I've got my bottle tank and then I've got 4 tanks, so I can just make one tank
I hate it.
completely
See,
empty
listen,
for
we're
him.
gonna be such good friends, bro. We have cool pets and
Oh, here.
coming to Columbus soon. Because
When
Gerb
you-
was like, hey.
I'm supposed to know you. Hi. And you're that one. You're working here now. It all makes sense now.
We haven't
That's
gotten to that point yet.
Just one of the new hires.
That's why I was like, Ben,
I didn't say that. Kyle, fix that post.
Fix what?
I just forgot. No, I just. I'm
Well,
just
actually,
stoned around
last
so
year,
much.
last year when we set up in Corey's room, I believe she actually mentioned that she was going to have a new roommate. And I was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Gonna be on the show next week. So
You already spilled the beans? I'm fucking one.
No, there was no beans to spill. They're chili beans, babe. They're chili beans. I just was saying, like, I was like, oh yeah, it's about that yet. I just,
No one's just made an announcement. That's all.
I'm working here.
You chilling? You good?
yeah, when's the transition happening?
March.
Nice. I thought
So
it was
because
gonna
it
be
was
springtime.
not planned, I was very happy in my studio. My studio is fantastic. Like all the artists there are really talented. It's just like a really good one. So I was like, oh cool, I'm just traveling around because I'm a flight risk. So and they know that. That's why they're like, go travel. Because if not, I get like just real stir crazy.
That's one of the cool things about being here
yeah,
is we
I guess
got
anytime
like
I
the
want.
freedom to do like not only do we have the freedom to do whatever we want, but we are encouraged to like
Yeah.
travel and see the world. And like anytime I do like any of the reinventing events, Derb's usually like, what do you need?
Yeah.
Like, it's very like
Hmm.
not only are we allowed, but we are encouraged.
I like that a lot,
We
yeah.
have a lot of really cool privileges and opportunities being here at Red Tree, and like Derb's excited when we use those. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
People showed up. Yeah. Because he
He's
wants to
such a
travel
good-
more. He wants to do more, and it's hard to show up and force and represent the way you want to represent when only like two people have the same travel bonds. But again, you're not forced to travel here. There's no one that has to be like, you got to go to this convention. So,
I had like I only met him one time and then had done a tattoo on a mutual friend. And then
Mr. Benitez.
yes, I did the little chest, little
Is it a little crab?
no,
Mimic
he's
chest.
a mimic chef. Thank you so much. I'm so
It's okay.
Kyle, bring that up.
Bring it up. You gotta give me a minute to find it.
Okay.
Jesus.
We got 3.
I'm joking.
I like Joe. He was a good friend.
He's
I
unbelievable.
met him.
Well-
He's just you.
So while just pulling this up, do you want to talk about any of your collection?
It's on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually just sent him a picture of
Oh.
one that I just got.
Oh, we're on the same page then. Look at that.
Here's the one from Joe.
There he is.
On Joe. Sorry.
Yeah,
All right. I've seen that in real life.
fun little mimic man.
I feel like, did we have Joe on right after Hill
He
City?
has grill too. If you look at it, if you zoom in, there's a grill. His teeth are gold.
Aw.
Nice.
Tooth chips. He's my favorite. His name's Chester. I make all my clients name their stuff before they leave.
And
I
this
always ask
is-
people if they've got a name picked out.
Oh, I
Sometimes they
demand
do.
it.
Sometimes it comes to them through the
Yeah.
session. Like it might not have a name at the start of it, but it comes.
I love it.
Do yours have names? Any of
No.
yours? The clown doesn't have a name?
No, it's the clown.
The clown.
Yeah. I got too many things that would require names, and I'm very forgetful.
You don't have to remember it. I just like it in the moment. I'm usually stoned as hell. I'm like,
You don't
"That's
have to
fun."
remember, so it's pointless.
Pointless.
Don't say that.
No. I just meant long.
There's just no pressure
I just
to
meant
remember.
long.
Do you name
There we go. That's all
vehicles?
I meant.
Absolutely.
Do you
Vehicles are
name
different.
vehicles? Okay.
Vehicles are different.
Oh, that was aggressive.
It is
Even if it's
aggressive.
generic,
Wow.
like sometimes it's simple, like gray. It doesn't need to be complicated.
Yeah, my animal names are so uncreative.
Well, I didn't
My
mean
dog's
to
name is Escanor.
I
He's the
didn't
lions
mean
of
to
the
diss-
pride.
gray kitty. That's not what I meant. But
My
I also
my
refer to
other
car
cat's
as
name is
gray.
like Mr. Very
Mister,
literal. Mr.
Mine's Bueller.
One of these days he's gonna love me.
One of the-
You know, I keep saying the same thing
Hey,
about my
Bob.
lizard.
You know what's funny is I've had this cat, Jesus, probably 17 years, right? It just now likes me. This thing's about to fucking die. I mean, like
And
every
she's like,
time I look at it, I'm
"Will
like,
do."
I'm gonna find you in your hiding spot soon, aren't I? And it hurts my soul, right? Just now likes me. I sit down and it's like, it like comes, like cuddles me and shit. I'm like,
Must be the cat dementia kicking in.
you like, where's, huh?
Where have you been for
We-
the last 16
This
years?
isn't our thing. Give you a little about once a month. That's all. That does that to you.
Yeah.
Make her so.
Thinking some like maybe
She's
just
got a
something about you
wobble.
lately like brought the spark
She
back.
got a little wobble when she walks in.
Spark in your guys' relationship is now back.
I don't think I could do any more animals. I've got a pretty good ecosystem. Like I have
I'm on a
I-
no replacement.
I have
policy.
a
That's for
cat
fucking
and a
sure.
dog, and then my dog has a cat.
I almost bought ferrets the other day impulsively, but I did not.
Don't do that. Don't
They're a lot of work.
I know.
don't do that.
I know.
You need somebody just to walk around with you. Just be like, don't buy it.
I have one. His name's Matthew.
Oh,
Yeah,
good
he
job,
follows
Matthew.
me around. Yeah, he's my handler. He's
Oh
the front
my
desk guy at
God.
our shop. He came with me to my when he
I
came with me
want a
last time I met him,
handler.
and he was my handler. Absolutely.
Fun. I figured it out. I just need somebody to handle the light work. Point me in
It's
the
the
right
stuff that I'm like,
direction.
oh my gosh, I'm overstimulated. I can't go alone. He's like, "Bro." I'm like, it's so it's best. Absolutely.
It's like an emotional support person.
That's exactly what we say all the time. He's my emotional support human. Yeah, we'll be at the shop and I'll be like, I'll just look at him and he'll be like, ugh, you're cold. Or I'll like look at him and be like, is it 70 degrees in here? Because it's 70 degrees. I'm like instantly sweating and I'm like, I cannot do my job in this environment. And he was being a tad dramatic the other day. And,
No.
like, it hit 70 degrees and he was like, I'm not turning on the AC. And I was like, it's fine. I'm just sweating. And like, it's fine if you want me to be uncomfortable. I do my job. And like, I'm sitting with the client. And I was like, listen, man, I'm gonna do the best I can on your tattoo. I'm not in the best environment to be tattooed. And I just can't work in these conditions. But like, this is where we are. We can either like, I guess, reschedule until like next year when we can use the AC again, or I can just do a bad job. But don't worry, whatever I can fix it, I promise.
You know what I'm real good at? Cover up.
I was like, yeah, I was like, babe, don't worry about it. I'll leave it like kind of unfinished, and that way we can come back. Just the bones, babe. Just the
I'm just gonna gray line
babe.
this in.
Yeah, just the bones, babe. So yeah, that was the situation. So obviously the air got turned on. Yeah, I was like, it does feel a little
No
brisk.
one offered a
He's like,
fan. I would have started
he
there.
turned back and was like messing with it. I was like, if you're turning the heat up, I will fight you. And he was like, no, I turned the AC on. You're being dramatic. I was like, okay,
Okay,
that's fair.
that's all I wanted.
Oh no,
Sweatshirt.
okay, we compromise. Ugh. Matt,
I need a hand raise.
love Matthew.
Oh,
Listen, mine's for hire. He's the best.
I don't
Mhm.
see. Sounds like he's got
He's
his hands
everybody's
full.
He's just the best. He's just the dude that you're like, oh no, I have this issue. And he's like, if you got a problem, get
Yeah.
well solved.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
are we one another's handlers?
Fawn, you kind of are. With this things, I'm like, Fawn, I'm too emotional. Think this through. I need you to tell me what to do. That's happened several times.
Hmm.
Several times. Don't let me make a dumb mistake. And you're like, do what you want, man. That's never the right answer, but here we are. We're all alive.
don't know.
No one's dead.
We could very well be one another's, at least part-time handlers, not full-time. We're just part-time handlers.
In the moment handlers.
Mhm.
We could mention, but real well.
Indeed.
We definitely know how
yes.
to deflect or to pry people away from conversations, or how to be like, hey, there's this imaginary thing that I need you to come help me do real quick. Sorry, unknown person that made this weird.
I pretend I'm married to whoever it is that's in a weird conversation, even if I don't know you. I'll walk up and be like,
Silly.
babe, we have to go. And I look like a bitch. So like everyone's like, okay, yeah, for sure. Like I roll up and I'm like, hey, it's time to go. No one is ever convinced that I'm not your wife. Absolutely. And I'm a future ex-wife for sure.
Right?
His life versus wife at the latest. You know what I mean? That's me. So yeah, I just roll up on people and be like, babe. And they'll be like, she's like, oh yeah, I gotta go. Like, it doesn't matter.
I
Yeah.
forgot about this thing.
Mhm. Matt, people, there's like this weird guy who like walks around downtown, just like the downtown drunk guy, just kind of like bounces. And he's like, hey, you're that guy from that band, right? And like every time he's like, you're that guy. No, you look like this guy. I think I know you, and like won't get off of it. So every time I have to walk by and be like, hey, it's time to go. So now everyone thinks we're married downtown.
I just start telling them yes. You're that guy from that band? Which one? I've been in a few. But yeah, which one? I've been in a few. Like, what's up?
Yeah.
Oh, it was I saw him this one place. I'm like, you got a fucking name?
Yeah.
They're that important to you that you can call me out on the street.
What's your favorite song, fake fan?
I don't even go
What's
that
your favorite
far.
song?
But I'll play it. I've taken pictures with people. Fucking
Yeah.
Now,
it.
what if people call you out for like recognizing you from this show? Like, what if and when
that has happened
happens, like
one time ever.
outside of the shop?
That has happened one time ever.
Was it weird?
It was very weird because
Who
they started
was it?
talking about Hell City.
Oh,
It was even in the correct environment. It was still kind of like, well, my name is changing. It was awkward.
okay. Well,
I don't know what you were saying.
I don't know.
It's only happened once, and I was in the middle of doing like
When
five
when
things.
somebody correctly recognizes you, and it's like, hey, it's that guy, Ben. And you're gonna
No,
be
that's
like,
exactly what
"Oh,
happened.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
happens to me all the time, and I'm always like, hey, but it makes sense because I'm always just like, do you need a best friend? Because I'll do it.
But my thing is,
I have
everybody
golden retriever
always
energy
thinks
all
I'm
the
someone
time.
else.
I'm always ready to be your
I
best
get-
friend.
You worked
I'm
at
driving you to the airport tomorrow if you need it. Absolutely. The what? I drove here. That cooler. I want to smoke with you. Can I just drive here? And she's like, yeah. So I like had her spend the night at my house, the apprentice at our studio. I was like, look, we're going. We're driving all day. And I'm high as fuck, so it takes all day long to get here. You know, it's
So funny
we
because
start at 10 a.m.
I planned my travel time around when I could pick up our friend Medusa from the Albany airport. So it's basically like I drove like 8 hours to pick her up from the airport.
Anytime.
To
I'll do it for you anytime. You have my number. Let's do it.
glad I live 15.
then I had to
minutes
turn
from
around like an hour and a half later, go back to the airport for another round of people. So I don't know. We saved a lot of Uber rides
I
though.
was like, hear me out. Be an Uber. You know what I mean?
Fawn is my Uber.
Your Uber.
Fawn. I know it's 3.
I,
That's
if
when
you
my plane
told me at 3
landed.
in the morning, I would definitely be your Uber.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. It is 8:26.
Did you just notice?
Was like,
Midnight.
Is it because of how much weed we consume?
no, I'm just so like my scoliosis has
My scoliosis.
scoliosis.
Well, there is no
So
rule.
I'm like, oh boy, no, I want to stay. I'm hanging. All right, like
I'm
we're
just
here
saying that
for-
we don't
There is
have
no
to
rule that
hit
says
3 hours.
yeah.
We just
No,
try
I
not
wanna-
to exceed
Listen, I want
3
to
hours.
3 hours. You know what I mean? We're doing it. I
Volume 2.
What's another half
Yes.
hour, right?
Well, that's the thing. It's not like you won't.
No, I'm just
Just, you know,
listen.
just saying.
Can a lady just say,
I'm glad you're having fun.
sleepy beans. I didn't
Um,
realize what time it was, but I'm here for it. All right, this is in the schedule.
I don't know if this has
And the main thing
actual
is really, can we order a
rules
pizza?
in it, but like
We could.
is there
Oh,
real?
look, my teeth feel weird again. I just got rid of your candy.
I just got
Extra phone charger, Kyle?
Fine.
I don't know.
I had every intention of plugging my phone in when I got here. But since we don't have the brick up here anymore,
Which brick?
well, then I plugged my things into.
You know, we could use the Zwiebel.
I ain't mad. It's
The
just one of
Jibble's
those
a
things I'm
charger, too.
noticing. That's all.
We can get you a block.
You want another block?
No,
I'll order us another block. We
It's-
could be plugged in. We could have devices.
Honey,
We
it
could be
wasn't
interacting.
fun.
You can get all the blocks you want,
Building
Ben.
You know how we're always cracking on our mechanic that
We'll get you the
thinks
Lincoln
weird
Logs.
things between us.
I was mentioning that while you're in the bathroom. Not specifically Mike, but I introduced you to the guy in town that works on all my stuff because he's fair about what he does. And he immediately assumed that her and I were together because like I don't bring chicks to the mechanic. But he also knows baby mama because you know, like I took her there too because he's my so he tried to make it weird and it
I
wasn't
don't think
weird.
you meant to, but like
he
anyways,
made it weird.
now it's just like a funny little thing that we giggle about. But
Her-
anyway,
her-
so today I roll up with baby mama and baby in my van, which like he knows inside and out very well. So
He's
maybe now he knows that, or maybe I don't know.
he thinks it got weirder.
I hope not.
Did we dig the rabbit hole deeper in his
Not.
brain?
Not, but
Oh my
there-
god.
You're breaking
I hope
this guy's
I
brain.
really hope he thinks we're all fucking. Like,
That's what I was gonna say.
That's
I
like,
hope
that is
not,
my
but like,
goal. That next time I walk in there, I'm like, Zabret my vlog, you know?
oh jeez.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's funny. That's why they're all under my account, you know?
It's true. Every time I go in, I'm like, you can like.
They call me
under my
every
phone
time
number.
your band's done. I'm like,
I-
her number is it says on her phone number. What the fuck?
The people for my car.
I did get a
That's
discount
not-
code for your next oil change though.
Nice. Well, thanks. I'm due, by the way.
I know.
Like I just got the text yesterday.
Yeah. This.
Wait, where you go?
Taffy.
There's a specific toughie, but he's the guy. Don't give the keys to anybody else. Every time you give them to anybody else, even if it's the other
Don't touch
manager,
Mike.
it's just
I'm never going.
it always gets confused.
Yeah.
But when it's Mike does it right.
Yes, it
Tuffy, Mike,
go with you.
Hannah.
Can we go together?
I
I have
Be on
anxiety about
Ben's
car
account,
dates.
too.
I thought my car made.
Can I get on there,
windshield
Zwiebel?
wipers
You thought it
and,
made?
and I
I just peed a little. That's hilarious. You just said you thought you got it made with you. You're like fucking.
I'm
collect
really good
brain.
at drawing. I'm really good at tattooing. I'm not trying to work on your car. You can trust. No, here's how bad it was. Are you ready? So I had a car. Bring it back to when you asked if it had a name. Beulah.
Okay. Tell us about Beulah. How and why
Beulah
would you
was
think
a
that Beulah
2001
made?
Ford Focus.
Okay, I had a 03 Ford Focus. What color was yours? Mine was yellow,
Oh.
hatchback.
Mine was
Stick.
the
Skirt,
Oh,
skirt.
I was not fit. I would not be well. That's what my that's what Harry. No. The lighter's missing. Oh.
Boom.
You're the keeper.
Fonz fidget.
Yeah, I gotta have
Oh, I'm
something
so
in my hand.
sorry.
I'm either sitting here like wearing out the cords on the headphones
Can you
or
get my pink cones? Yeah. They're at the table. They're at the table. See, that was my song. I just said,
Now on Spotify.
oh my God. I want that to be my text tone now. I do not text. I hate it, but I want.
oh man. You know we are on Spotify now. I don't know if we really talk about that too much, but like this is what is it? The next
Oh,
day
yeah.
it'll be up on Spotify.
Yes.
So what other ones are we on? We're on all of them,
Oh
right?
my goodness.
Yeah.
Like, come at me.
Yeah.
Anywhere you get your podcasts.
You
Search
can
for
find
Reinventing the Tattoo.
His voice is so calming as well.
Kyle?
Coming back for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good job, Kyle.
It's because I'm soft
Wait, so
spoken.
do you have to find us through Reinventing, or can you find us through Tattoo Collecting 101? I forgot her name and had to look at the giant sign behind us.
You should be able to find it that way as well. It is on the Reinventing the Tattoo podcast channel, but we can definitely also make that happen.
Oh,
It's all right. No
Yeah.
worries.
It's real life.
I knew that
It's
happened
like
a while
baby
back.
steps. But yeah, we don't usually mention it. It's
Wait, no,
we're
you
weird
can't.
about
It's okay.
plugging ourselves. That's what it is.
We don't
we-
plug.
Yeah, we
You
don't
can't
really
get
plug
back
anything.
That's kind of what
We
makes
do
it
it.
cool.
Plug ourselves.
Once
Like
we start
Kyle,
general, it's the
Kyle
same.
rolls the reinventing sponsors, and we're like,
Kyle,
let's go.
start plugging us.
Yeah,
Add
he
it in.
does actually.
add it
He's
in
been
I
there.
tried.
making, he's been making little like 1 minute and 3 minute videos, like little segments of things that we're talking about that are like little chunks of ear candy to like.
I'm making clips
Catch our
every week, baby.
Good job, baby.
Yeah, Kyle's really been doing like awesome things.
Hey, Kyle.
I feel like
Hey,
I
Kyle.
have been. I didn't
Hey,
even
Kyle.
set up anything. I got here and Kyle had everything set up already.
Ah,
You know, I got here and he had everything set up, and I was like,
okay.
"Do you guys like to?"
I didn't even know she was coming in.
That's not
I
going in.
had everything set up for 2 and I'm like getting ready to finish and I see her come in with her friend and I'm like, okay, microphone number 3 is gone up.
Good job, Kyle.
Yeah. And
Um,
we've got the splitter, so we can always add.
Can you
Another
add
mic.
to our segment of introduction now available on?
What?
You heard me, son.
No, not really.
Now
Then
available.
rewind
on-
it, fix it, and post. I said add to our speech. Now available on all of the platforms.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh,
is that too harsh of a critique? Am I allowed
You
to
know, one
ask
of the
this?
things.
Well,
that
no,
we
I
could
mean,
do-
once I can hear you, that's great.
Okay, Kyle. I thought you had fucking headphones on and I'm talking to the goddamn microphone.
I just didn't
Okay.
process it. Okay.
You know, every so often we could get together and pre-record that, and we could like bounce helpful information that we need to like reiterate. We
I'm a
could
big
play
fan
that
of
at the
that.
beginning and the end
Can we also work on our beatbox challenging?
anytime.
Okay. Oh, you're on the fucking team. Okay, so
Right.
I think you need 4 people. You just can't hit people with that like out of nowhere. You need a warning, a disclaimer. I'm about to do some shit. Something that wasn't ready. My brain wasn't
He broke his brain.
processing
Wait,
information
hold on, I hit
correctly.
one with it.
Like Xena, warrior. Now, when you can do 2 different tones, talk to me. Yeah, something to work on. Because if you can control the embouchure of both sides, you'll be able to tweak the sound.
I don't know, man.
You'll get there. I'm just saying. Then you can be
You
the
do
alt.
it first.
I'm not splitting my tongue. Penis, tiny. I
I
ain't
was
chopping nothing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah. I do that.
I
I do that. I was like, nah.
Listen,
Splitting
honestly,
the
it
tongues
was
on
like
my
a
list with the
3
van.
Bruh.
Oh, it's so easy. It's 3 out of 10 on the pain scale. So easy.
It is not
So
the pain.
comfortable.
That blows my mind. But
Yeah,
how bad
was
did it
not
swell
bad.
afterwards?
I swelled really bad, but I actually was fine. I have like an issue with
I
swelling.
choked on my saliva.
It was actually super comfortable, and he was like, he like talked me through. He was so like he said he did like 7 that day already. He's just like the dude for it. He has a snake
Mhm.
army.
Snake
I'm saying
army.
a snake army.
Plug him
saying,
again.
Ian Bell, and it's Ian fucking Bell for scheduling, and he like travels around everywhere at like conventions and guest spots. But he's awesome. He does all kinds of different body modifications. I'm gonna have him point my ears next, and then he's gonna do scarification on my forehead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm curious about the pointing of the ears because I've definitely kind of followed some of those body mods for a while. I don't think I would do it,
Mhm.
but it definitely like some of the
They're
some
so
of
cute.
the
They're so cute.
well some of the way the like from the body modification industry, like repointing and reshaping ears and things of that nature, some of the suture techniques in the medical industry, like the cosmetic industry, has evolved. So it's something I'm really interested in because, like, I don't know, something I think that would be really cool would be like reconstructing earlobes.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like something
He
like
does
that.
that.
Like I've got really good eyesight, and I feel like I would be quick, and I would be, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
talk to Ian about it.
but it's one of those, like, it definitely like pulls like the curiosity trigger for me
Yeah.
because like I don't know, it's a different level of precision when you start like really modifying the ears and like
Yeah.
reforming and like the
It can
coin
be done
slots
wrong,
even
and I've
like
seen it done wrong. People's ears
Mhm.
can collapse and all kinds of
Yep.
stuff. He's just very like, so he was going to school to be a surgeon.
Mhm.
That's like that's a talk in my shop because he's a
Mhm.
friend of the studio. But he is just, I don't know, just so knowledgeable and just comforting. And like he messaged me every day to check on me through the whole healing process for the first 2 weeks.
Mhm.
2 weeks of just like on the dot was like,
And he was
cool.
the 7th. You were the 7th one that day.
Yeah,
That means
that
he
day.
checked on 14 people that
Yeah.
or whatever. You know?
Yeah. And he was
That's
like, because he was
nuts.
checking in the morning, he was checking at night, like, because we had to like, the instructions that he gave us on the website and everything was to brush your tongues, like really get in there, and there were sutures in them. And then, and his suturing was so quick. Like I said, it was 15 minutes. It was so
Insane.
fast. And like I said, super comfortable. He talked to me the whole time, was like just chatting, like everything was normal. Just whatever, walk me through it. I had an edible, I'm not gonna lie. I'm big chilling. I'm like do the thing.
It was just cut
Um,
and then immediately sutured.
I don't know. I was half-assed there for that procedure, but it was quick, and it was he just had it pretty fast. So one person was holding him while he did it all, and he just like sutured it up, had it ready. And then he was like, all right, it's done. And even the part when he like split it, I thought that was the part I was the most stressed about. And I'm not gonna lie, my biggest like concern was like, what if I get nauseous while this happens? I was just like so scared. And I was like, it's okay. I was so scared. Yeah.
Your mouth starts
The hardest
watering
part
from
is like
back
you're
here.
supposed to just try to relax your tongue. Like that's the most comfortable for you, and it's gonna make it go the quickest. So like if you just relax, but it's really hard to relax, so with your fucking tongue cut it off. So I kept trying to like relax while I was like holding my tongue, and my only job was just like to keep my mouth open, and I kept like closing my mouth. But
Oh, feel like braver than me. I don't think I could do
yeah,
it.
I don't know. I
don't
get
have any
bold moments
desire.
and I'm like, let's do this thing. And then later I'm like, I could never. You know what I mean? Like I'm glad I did it when I did it because I could never do it
Mhm.
again. But the tongue, I would definitely do again. Like
The
I
thing,
noticed like a little bit back here. I think just for me, I left my sutures in a little longer than I should have because I was bad. But it like grew a little bit. It looks like it kind of like, I don't know, it's probably nothing. And he's gonna tell me to stop. But I just want to, if he has to cut it, I'll do it because it was really comfortable.
yeah.
I didn't have any issues with it. And like the healing was super fast.
Okay.
It was more just like the getting like used to using them again. I had issues eating. I was eating a lot of ramen.
Okay.
Yeah, and then people were weirdly into me eating ramen, so they started buying me ramen. And I was just posting ramen Snapchats. I was ramening for a minute.
Weird.
Wild. But I was like, give me
Weird.
the ramen. That's all I can eat right now. So I was smacking. Yeah,
Weird.
it was great though. Yeah. It's a really cool
Hmm.
life for a
I
minute.
guess it never occurred
No
to
one
me
cares
how
anymore.
tricky it
They're
would be
done.
to eat immediately
Oh, it's
after.
really hard because like I don't know, even like licking ice cream or like licking things, you're like in a weird spot where you think you are.
Weird.
You kind of like go off like, boy.
Weird. I don't know. When it comes to like piercings and modification like that, it's not the pain of the initial,
Mm-hmm.
it's the aftercare and healing that is
Oh,
like scary for me.
healing
It
wasn't
seems
bad
like,
at all. It was just a suture removal, and
yeah.
I had someone else do my suture removal. I was not doing all that, but we just used the suture kit and just had it removed. If you're in the area that he's in, he'll like remove them for you.
Mhm.
That's what he offered to do for my ears if I got him done at like a time that would work out like that.
Mhm.
But even the suture removal, he walked me through it, sent me like a diagram of like how to cut it and everything. Just the best. Yeah. He made it so comfortable. And I've had seen like other people do theirs and not go with him. And she like had to go to the hospital. She did hers the same time I did, and she was in the hospital.
Tell us her story.
She said that she felt it the whole time, and she said it was like really bad, and that
Were you anesthetized? Did they use like a local on you
No.
or no? They just did it?
Mm.
Okay.
But she said that she felt it the whole time, and that she it was just like nonstop, like terrible. And then she said that the healing, like immediately she was like having trouble, her throat swelled, her tonsils swelled closed. Cause I think like her she probably just her body was like, what do we do? And her,
Lymph nodes all
lymph nodes
swelled
will-
up and
yeah, her throat just closed up. So she had to go to the hospital and beyond stuff like that. That was pretty wild.
so
I was
was
checking
there
on her,
any
and that was,
actual
like, leading
infection
up
or
to
was
the
it just like inflammation?
I think it was just inflammation. I don't
Okay.
think there was any infection.
Hmm.
And also like with modifications like that too, after it's like the procedure itself, it's really unlikely that you're going to be in a position with those people that's like people who are actually like known for doing these things, and
Mhm.
like the like Ian. You're really safe. Like it's all like it's like tattooing. I mean, a lot of people be like, oh man, like I'm gonna go there and get hipsy. Like people like say like
Yeah.
things like that. It's like it's not like that. These people are trained and they're very cautious about taking care of, like I said, he checks
There's
every
such a
day.
small group of
They're
like,
OCD as hell.
yeah.
I trust him with my life.
Mhm.
Okay. It's very just even like the way he is dressed, like everything is very like meticulous and very put together. But he's just like the sweetest dude. He's like the brightest energy. He's very bouncy, like yeah. But he's very like yeah, precision.
Well, that's I guess that's what you would want with like,
Absolutely.
I mean, any kind of body modification. You want to get like you want to get what you expect, or
Right.
you want it to exceed your expectations.
Oh, it definitely did. I was so scared, and he made it so comfortable that like now I'm like, oh no, I was hoping that would be terrible. So I went on and do like a bunch more modifications, but like, let's do this.
More or less painful than some of your tattoos.
Oh, way less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's crazy. It seems like it would be horrible.
Nope. way less. And I was shocked. Like I had under my tongue pierced before that. And like the little
Why
little
would you?
frenulum.
Why would you?
Amy. It's kind of fun to be like, see, every time my tongue split in half. Like,
I mean, I
you
guess
know,
that's
like,
fair.
'cause it's fun just like when you're hissing at people to have something to be like, it's shiny. And now I'm just like, so when I get the gumption, when I get the meat to bolts, I will pierce both sides of my tongue.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
have 2 little tongue piercings in.
Can we put bells on them?
Absolutely. If that's the thing that won't hurt me, then I'm down for it.
It doesn't have to be
Alyssa
like an
has to
all the
approve
time
it.
thing.
Alyssa's in charge of my face.
Okay, fair. I'll run that by whomever that was.
And then if
And-
Melissa says maybe, then I have to ask Ian.
That's fine. And I'll we'll do this right away. But and for a minute, that'd
Like-
be a lot of fun.
So I
I
don't
can
have
tie bells around them right now if you want. That'd be
No,
I don't have a
sounds
lot of
like work.
piercings, but my younger
Sounds like a
sister
lot of
does.
work.
yeah.
She's got like a whole arrangement in both ears, and like, she thoughtfully planned her piercings out and then got them over time, and she thoughtfully planned out the jewelry that she has in them, and she's got like the what are they, like the captive list rings, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, like
Yeah.
so like even when she worked at like a food packaging factory, everybody had to remove their piercings every day, this, that, and the third.
Mhm.
And she's like, look, these don't come out
do
unless
not
you
come
have
out.
a special tool. Like they're not going to fall
Yeah.
out by accident. Like,
Yeah.
so anyways, she's had the same jewelry in for years, and she's considering new jewelry. She wants to get all new jewelry. So she's trying to decide like what material she wants to go with.
Send her my information, and I'll point her in the direction of some like really good companies. And like Alyssa is the piercer that I would go to for that. She does curations, so
Yeah.
she's helping me switch out all my jewelry for my wedding.
Yeah, that's what Sarah needs to talk
Aw.
to somebody about, because I don't think she wants to go with any facial piercing. She did get a septum
Oh, is it all in
piercing.
her ears?
Yeah, it's all in her
So
ears.
she does ear curations too. I'll send her Instagram.
I think
really
she'd be down
fast.
for more piercings too, but it's one of those like, some people
I
like
just love
just
everybody,
get
and I think they're all
piercings,
doing a
but
really good job.
No, that's what
but some
how this
people like
energy
take the
seems to
time to
us.
plan and make an arrangement out
Right.
of their piercings.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes it's random and it's like, I just felt like getting a new piercing, but like sometimes it's like, no, I want my daith, then I want my
Mhm.
conch, I want the forward helix, I want the double this,
Oh,
I
and she's
want,
APP. She like goes to APP too. She's APP certified.
and what's her name again?
And who's
Tati
the ABP?
dot piercings.
Throw her handle out there like 2 or
Alyssa.
3 times.
Tati dot piercings. Face brought to you by Tati dot piercings. That's all you guys go to my Instagram for. Anyway. Sorry. I'm not even sassy about it, really.
I've thought about maybe stretching out my septum here, or what,
That
not
would look so
but not my
cute with,
septum.
like,
What's
a
this?
Stone.
I'm baked right now.
Oh,
Lip?
lip-
Labret.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've thought about stretching that out and like
Yeah.
having a custom
Oh,
piece of
like,
jewelry
like
made.
the plate style?
Yeah, I'd probably
a
I'd
big
want to do like
stone.
Yeah.
I
don't know the right words, I'm not trying to be mean.
but I don't know. I don't know if I'd really
Heel
want to
with
do
like
it.
labradorite. Labradorite heels really nice, and so does
That's what I would use too. That one.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pink one, rose quartz.
There we
You
go.
reminded me when you didn't say anything.
Good job, Kyle.
I didn't know. I did not know.
It was
the speaker. It was-
But yeah, those are the ones that like feel really comfortable.
Yeah,
Just from my experience.
I don't know. I don't
Alyssa
think,
would know
I don't think I
way
would do
more.
it now.
I had to take out all my piercings for surgery. And then by the time I was able to get back to them, well, I wasn't supposed to be in the hospital for 10 days after. So I was supposed to go home that afternoon. And then they were like, hey, boo boo, sorry. You know what you're going to do? You're going to hang out with us. And by the time I got home, everything was like, no one time, blah, 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 blah.
I think I can still get my industrial in.
I'm sure I
and then
could
I've got a
force
funny
some
little
shit.
piercing in front of
but,
my
like-
industrial. I think I can
Okay,
get
I
them
sent
in.
you her Instagram. I'm so sorry it took so long. I'm the worst.
Texting's hard. Typing's hard.
Oh my god, I hate
Stuff.
texting.
It's my least favorite.
I'm a FaceTimer. I'm real bad about that.
Speech to text is my favorite thing. Like if you insist on doing it this way, I'm still going to talk to the phone. Let's just be clear.
Mhm.
Sometimes my talk to text gets a little
Fuck
carried
it,
away
send
with
it.
itself.
Figure it out, motherfucker. You want to make me do this while I'm driving 70 down the fucking
Pull up
freeway?
that page.
What do you put? What page you pulling, Kyle?
Piercings.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pull that page, Kyle.
But so piercers have to have certain connections with different like accounts or whatever with different piercing companies
Mhm.
or like jewelry companies.
Mm-hmm.
And they only take on so many, like some of the nicer ones. And she has like a very big selection. So like any stone that she wants, even custom
Here we go.
pieces, like
Check out some of this jewelry. Like the piercing is
yeah.
cool, but also like the way that the jewelry is thoughtfully arranged in
Mhm.
some of these.
That's exactly it. It's like how she like, I don't know, the curation of the ear is
Aw.
so fun.
Can we cut my bangs like that?
Absolutely.
Please. That'd be so cool.
What? I want a moon. Can I get a moon nostril?
Listen, I can hook that up tomorrow. You up for a drive? You up for a drive, or can she be a guest spot?
We've only talked about piercings a couple of times on the show, really.
Yeah.
When Tony was on one time, he shared some of his like old piercing stories.
Tony's like
and-
OG piercer. He was piercing in Columbus in the early 90s. And it's like, that's when it really started taking off around
It's
here.
cool when they're getting more respect now, because I feel like before it was like that's a job that a tattoo artist could do, but we don't want to do it. That's
I,
kind of how it
I
was
don't
looked
believe
at
I
a
just
little
kind
bit.
of, I didn't.
No, that's
No, no.
not the actual thing, but
I
there was.
hear you, but
yeah.
I'm also like, no, I don't believe that. Especially when you get into like I remember even trying to manage the shop. People would come and be like, I want this, and I'm like, name the body part,
Oh yeah,
sir,
for sure.
and I will put a dot on this little man,
Yeah,
and I'll tell him to poke a hole in it. Okay, because I don't know what words you're using right now.
yeah.
I'm sorry, you're triple forward, helix, backwards, backflip.
I have no idea.
motherfucking
I
kung
have
fu
a lot
right.
of them, and I'm like, what?
What did you just call
Yeah,
that?
is that double bridge? Does that go? I'm like,
Well,
is that a naseling? And I'm like,
the people that I worked for were very very specific. It
Yeah.
was like I wouldn't even fill out the paperwork because the different words mean different monies,
yeah,
and they get real mad. I was like, they asked for ear piercing. That's what I wrote down.
yeah. And it's like
Ear
that's
piercings are
expensive.
$15, Ben. That was a quadro helix per hydrofertimer. That's $4,000.
Where?
And I'm like, maybe you should handle your own clients then.
Nice.
Call them out.
Like piercers and like or like tattoo artists would just be like, oh, I'll just pierce, and they didn't get to like not focus on just like doing their thing and being able to like work on their craft too.
First of all, anybody that hangs out in a tattoo environment all day, every motherfucking day, has a choice to or not to participate in that environment. And if you're going to throw yourself in the corner and say, I'm just a piercer, instead of picking up your fucking pencil or iPad or whatever the crazy kids do nowadays, and, immerse yourself in that environment. And I had no intention of learning how to tattoo. And it was like, you've been here like every day for a month, bro. Like you're gonna put ink on somebody. Like it's how it goes. I don't see how you could not make that happen pretty seamlessly and easily if that's not what you wanted. And not that you couldn't do both.
Well, I think like it depends on to what level you want to do some of this stuff. So like being able to go to APP every year and take that commitment over going to like some other conferences at the same time, and like so like with Alyssa, it's like she goes and gets to like be taught how to do things a certain way instead of just learning from someone else who's been just like doing that also.
Right.
And for a while, like people would practice tattooing like a lot of times on like your piercer, like some shops that like just weren't very nice. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I'm not talking
baby.
about like the sweet ones. Yeah.
No, I know exactly
Yeah.
what you mean.
So like then you end up having like all these like tattoos you don't want. Cause I was at a shop where like when I started, like they like forced me to let people tattoo on me. And like I have like a garbage tattoo on my body.
Every second.
And like, yeah, it was bad, but like I wanted a tattoo really bad and nowhere would take me in Indiana. So I moved to Piqua, Ohio, and then learned as much as I could from there and then bounced again. And I kept running into like kind of like the grumpy side of tattooing. I like held it on a pedestal for a long time because I was like a full-time painter and I thought it was really cool to be like, man, like a tattoo artist. Like every time I was around one, I was like, oh boy, like that's so cool. You can do that.
Right.
I never thought it was like unobtainable to me. And I was stalking an artist, Bradley Pierce at Bohemian Tattoo Club. I was stalking him. He did my first tattoo. I drew it and I came in and I was so prepared. I like had it all drawn out. I was like, okay. And I was like, here you go. Whatever size you need to do. I know like that sometimes it can be too small or like whatever, just whatever you think's right. Like wherever you think would be cool. Also, this is the drawing I made, but you can change anything you want about it. It's just kind of like an idea of what I want. And he was like, did you just come in with like a, this is cool. Like,
I understand your wavelengths, man.
like, just gonna change up some stuff, make it like look like my stuff because he does like this beautiful, like, yeah.
Love it.
So yeah, I was just kind of like, you're so neat. Afford to be an apprentice, and I couldn't like afford to be an apprentice and try to like pay the bills,
Right.
and it's something I really wanted to do. So I was working like crazy jobs. Like I said, I was like I was a dancer. I worked midnight at like Panera. I did everything that I could to like
Overnight baker. They
Yes.
stopped doing that. They stopped doing that. Yeah, yeah. Their stuff comes in frozen now.
That's not real.
Not to put Panera on blast, but fuck you.
Listen,
Man.
are you gas lamping me?
Panera is now hospital food. I worked at the
I get that vibe.
Panera
The
opening
soup
store.
is still
in Columbus.
delicious
Like,
in the bread bowl.
yes, because it's been coming out of the same bag since 1997.
Snack mac and cheese and that like
Early Panera was the best Panera when they actually like put ingredients on their food and like they made the bread every
The
morning.
Greek salad,
Oh
feta,
my god, it was so good.
still is.
I worked at the
Baguette.
flagship store in the heyday. Like our lunch started at 11. We had a line at 10:30 out our fucking door. Every day. Lunch stopped at 1:30, 2 o'clock. It was non-stop. It was to this day the fastest paced kitchen I've ever worked in. And it
Never
was
worked in food
making
restaurant.
goddamn cold cut
I
sandwiches.
made like little foods when I worked at a bar once, but that was
Could
about it.
not make them fast enough.
I was really fast at making pizzas.
Yeah, pizza's fun too.
Have you ever heard of a fondboli?
Stop it.
Yes, but I want you to tell everybody else what a fondboli is, please.
So my favorite. I'm just gonna tell you about my favorite one. that
I thought
like
we
to
were
make
ordering
most.
pizza.
Well,
goodness,
we'll
thank
be
you for
out.
saying
We'll
that.
be on here in just a minute. Something. We're almost pushing 3 hours. But anyways, fondboli.
Be patient, Pat.
It's almost like a stromboli, but instead of like Italian pizza ingredients, I would put cheeseburger ingredients in it, less the condiments. The
Mhm.
condiments would go in dip
Dippy
cups.
dippies.
Yep.
I would let that happen. Put it in my mouth.
Yeah, who put the pickles on there? If you wanted, like, if you wanted to do pepper jack cheese, if you wanted to do, yeah.
How do I order
Fondbolis.
pizza at this address? Can you handle the address part?
Well, why don't we? Oh, let's do Uber Eats.
The food.
Can I Uber it or can I-
Did you say pizza?
Pizza?
All
All right. So we are we just jumped
Apparently,
down the
we
food
just
rabbit hole,
derailed.
and we are
Got
a
a snacky.
solid 3 hours in.
We're wrapping it up now.
Wrap.
So I
it
think it's
up.
a good time to wrap. We don't
Um,
want to go past 3 hours. We can. We can beat people's earlobes
It's-
to death or
I mean, we're
eardrums
waiting
to
for
death.
pizza anyway. We're just gonna be
You're waiting for
chatting
pizza. I'm gonna get in my car and snag something on the drive home.
later, Tater.
People want to share pizza.
I would love to share pizza with you, but I woke up this morning. I woke up this morning like 6 miles away from my car. This is hear me out, right? And then I walked to it. So I started my day.
What?
I walked, yeah. A backpack from the middle of this fucking campsite.
I don't like that sound. Please stop crunching your nails. I
Way to the car.
But
All the way.
either. Oh, stop it. I don't like that. You gotta shave it.
But yeah, I'm tired. It's been I wasn't even gonna be here.
Neither.
I was supposed to sleep in the woods again. Glad I can't.
I know, I
Oh.
have a 4-hour drive. I'm ready whenever.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck every second of that. Nope. 4-hour driving to nothing.
This flyer again.
What you talking about? Sleeping in cars and shit?
All goes
Wait.
sweet.
Huh?
And I will be sharing part, if not all of her presentation.
Nice.
So I would like to make sure it's cool that I broadcast it, of course. But I'll just be showing up. But it's free to the public. So anybody that wants to come, like I said, I'm not sure what all she's going to be talking about, but I think it's going to be worth hearing, like all about indigenous tattoo history and indigenous body modification.
I'm super pumped. I hope I
Agreed.
can make it work so I can go with you because that looks like it's gonna be a good time.
Yep.
All right, until next week.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Maddie, do you want to shout out where people can find you?
Oh, on Instagram at Shabby Beatnik, and at Evil Genius Tattoo Club in West Lafayette.
Boom.
There you
We're from
go.
West Lafayette.
All right, guys. We'll catch you next week.
Later, Taylor.
Later.